Boom, and we are live in
What's
this
up,
moment.
everybody?
Hey,
We in the building. What's going on, y'all?
what the
It's your boy
fuck is
Miss South
good?
Monster. I'm
Yeah,
joined by Overdose and Just Jay.
yes,
And
sir.
today is the Sober Artist Panel live stream.
Yes, it
And
is.
today we're going to be going over a bunch of topics and discussing what it's like to be a sober artist in the game. Now, let me get out my handy dandy notebook,
Yes,
aka my
sir.
computer, the computer screen.
Yeah, it's all digital now. I write
Yeah,
all my
everything's
lyrics on my phone
Everything.
too. So I used to
right.
write
I
on a
remember the
pen.
last time I wrote a verse on
That's what
paper.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I used
Dude,
to.
I always use paper,
He
bro.
still does.
Technology keeps fucking up on me, so I always use paper.
But then you
bro.
always lose the paper that you were writing
I
on.
mean, yeah, but I lose everything on my phone more than I
Yeah,
lose
that's fair.
anything on my books.
You know, he's one that he's the one I know that keeps doing it.
Right.
I have to keep it old
Um,
school, bro.
I'm gonna share
I'm
this.
gonna see how to share this out without fucking up the stream. It's been a while since I've done fucking StreamYard, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a trip.
If y'all are sharing it, if you can just tag me in it, that'll work. That
Bet.
people would,
Bet.
yeah, hell
Let's
yeah,
see
I
if it
appreciate that.
works. Yep.
That way I don't risk fucking it up.
Yeah, for sure, dude. You don't want to fuck it up.
All right, let's
Awesome.
see.
Yeah, looks like it's running good. Sounds good. Throw a like up on there.
Let's see if we're on the YouTube. Hold on. Let's see. Is it live on YouTube right now?
Yep, it's live on YouTube.
Bet. Hell yeah.
Doing
Dope.
good.
Let's see if I can remember how to see the damn comments. There's the comments. Okay, cool. We got one viewer. I believe that's probably you.
No, I got off it. I don't know.
All right. Well, whoever it is, welcome. And now they're gone. Much love, though. So we'll kick it off with a song by you brothers, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So this is Light Up. Just Jay. Okay. So Just Jay NB plus.
Yeah, be positive. That's my brother right here. Right here, this
Be
guy.
positive. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, homie? What's up?
Yeah. Me and him got sober together, so we're here to tell our story.
Hell yeah, man. Be positive. I like that. Be positive, but it's like a plus
Yeah.
sign. That's fresh.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's
Hell
hard
yeah.
as
And
fuck.
Overdose, the homie Overdose up there in the top corner.
Yeah.
And this
you
is
know.
Light Up. You can find this on YouTube and probably like other platforms or just YouTube.
It's
Just
YouTube,
YouTube right now.
for now. Yeah.
Just YouTube for now.
I got a different
All right.
version that's going to be going on other platforms soon.
Hell yeah. So yeah, we got Light Up. Motherfuckers light up.
Yeah.
Cigarettes or marijuana. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be doing none of that other shit.
Don't light fireworks. Light up fireworks.
Yeah,
Incense.
exactly. Light up your soul. Let the brightness shine.
I'm not going back where I started from. Don't look back, I'm gone. I remember who I was. I'm not going back where I started from. Don't look back, I'm gone. Light up, if you understand me, light up. You feel where I'm coming from. Light up, if you understand me, light up. You feel where I'm coming from. Reminiscing on the spice days of never doing right days. Those days of probation were making me crazy. I just wanted to get high, mate. But 1,825 days shit had me on a tirade. I couldn't go to sleep, I couldn't treat my aches. Now smoking the northern lights straight. Coasting away from my past. I don't ever wanna look back. I just wanna smoke on this good set and leave the past as that. Look towards the future with my fam and a beautiful woman I am. Cause if I stayed as who I was and not changed to who I am, I'd be doing acid and coke on mass. I'm not touching with laughing and on my path. There'd be no laughing against someone had no fans. Trapped in the casket cause I had no plans. Now I'm chanting the planet going in with raps. Subtract all the sadness I wish I had to pass. I've been doing this now for the homies that can't. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
You snapped on that motherfucker.
Don't look back, I'm gone. I remember who I was. I'm not going back where I started from. Don't look back, I'm gone. Right on, if you understand me, right on. You feel where I'm coming from. Right on, if you understand me, right on. You feel where I'm coming from. Since the early days, we fight off and on the pain. Scared me humble, I'm fame for the pen. Hit the page or ever rock the stage. I was lost and locked in my mental cage. Every day's and days with purple haze. These pills I take while I sip my drink. And I strive to escape, yet I dig my grave. Every line that I slip, all the time just spent. Trying to hide my descent, but I smile at sin and commit to this bit. That life is not shit, I light up to forget. And I'll fight till I get burnt out. Then I'll rise from the ashes again. With my mask and a win and a chance to begin. I'll be worthy of him, my brother who fell too worthy a kid. It was wise to gin in the end, the chin took in. The weight of his casket I carry within. Pieces of me buried with him. I died, but he survives. My guide to the obstacles of life, and the way that I carry my pen, his message received. Save every life you can.
Love that verse.
Yes, sir.
Don't look back, I'm gone. I remember who I was. I'm not going back where I started from. Don't look back, I'm gone. Light up, if you understand me, light up. You know where I'm coming from.
All right.
Light up, if you understand me, light up. You know where I'm coming from.
Hell yeah.
Light up, if you understand me, light up. You know where I'm coming from.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That was
sir.
Light Up.
Yes,
That
it
was Light
was.
Up. Just Jay and Be Positive
Yes,
and
sir.
Overdose. Yes, sir. Y'all go check this shit out.
Thank you. I appreciate you playing that, homie.
Oh yeah, of
Really
course,
dope.
man. Like it's inspirational as fuck. I'll
Yeah,
give you that.
thank you.
And the bars,
you.
the bars. Y'all brought the bars. Y'all brought the melodies. Y'all brought the vibes. And you said that was Be Positive on the hook there.
Yeah, that's him and Brianna Marin. This other
Yeah.
chick, she came with the hook.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to borrow y'all's vocalists.
Well, it was like a beat pack. That chick was already featured on the beat that we had bought in. And the version
okay.
that just Jay has just bought, and he actually took her out of it,
Yeah,
and it is just Be
it's
Positive,
just Be Positive, and it
me
sounds
and
so
just Jay
good.
on it.
It's fucking awesome. So
That's
I'm excited
wild.
to drop that. I got 7 other brand new songs that are just along the same vibe, really inspiring. Got the bars still, but got a lot of they're coming out soon. Got a show on the 21st. I'm unveiling them at. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
You said where it's gonna be at?
It's gonna be at Liquid Joe's in Utah.
But where at in Utah?
It's in Mill Creek.
Mill Creek, yeah.
Mill Creek. Yeah, if y'all in the Utah area, make sure y'all go holler at the homie, see him perform.
It's a free show too, so come by.
Free
dude.
show. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, it's my
Can't
homie's
be better
birthday
than that, man. You ain't got
Yeah,
spare shit.
Shout out
Come meet
ZJ.
the
Love
family.
you, brother.
Yeah, ZJ's the shit, bro. He's fucking awesome. I'm
Hell
excited.
yeah. Shout out my little bro Tiny Tim in the motherfucking chat,
Yeah,
viewing and everything.
I saw that support. Hell yeah.
I did too, yeah.
Great artist himself. He also has a podcast. Y'all should check out on Instagram. It's called Shut Up and Enjoy the Show. Shout out to Shut Up and Enjoy the Music.
Oh,
yeah, I think I heard of that.
Oh yeah. Definitely check him out. He's gonna have an artist on the night after this show. He's got a show tonight interviewing somebody. I forgot who he's interviewing. That's my bad.
It'll be good. It'll be good regardless.
Right. But he's had some pretty heavy hitters on there, man. He's doing great, man.
Hell yeah.
Lives right up there.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But so let's get this shindig crack-a-lacking.
Yeah, for sure.
I've already introduced y'all and myself, so we can go ahead and skip over that part.
For sure.
But all right, I'm gonna ask you questions, and the questions that I ask, y'all just answer one at a time.
Yeah.
And we'll get on the subjects and whatnot. First of all, we'll start with you, Overdose, since you're on the top corner. How long have you been sober, man?
How long have I been sober? All right. I have been sober. I think it's been about 7 years now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Most definitely. What about you, Jay?
So I was just coming up on 3 years now. Yeah.
Good shit, bro.
3 years. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I hit those landmarks, dog.
What are
myself,
you at?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Weeks. Word.
Yeah,
we all got to
that's
start
still worth
somewhere, homie.
congratulating. Yeah, for sure. We start
Thank you,
somewhere.
man. Right.
It ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy.
Yeah, no. I find it easier than the first 2 times that I've tried, or the first 3 times that I tried.
No doubt.
Most definitely, because I always had that little voice in the back of my head that was just like, nah, man, you can eventually get back to drinking casually. You can eventually just have one and be good, because you see other people do that shit, and you're just thinking to yourself, like, how the fuck do you do that? You drink a fucking beer, and you set it down, you're just good for the rest of the night? No, I have a headache that's pounding after that shit.
For real, though.
That's me too.
Yeah, that's what it was for me. It's health issues, man. If I even have one, I'd be puking shit up.
Right, man. I don't get it, but hey, more power to those people that can socially drink and not get hooked on it, man.
Yeah.
So at what point did you realize? We'll start with you, Overdose. Like, what point did you realize, like, this is enough, man? Enough is enough. I gotta get sober. I gotta get clean, man.
Bro, well, see, kind of like you, I've tried getting sober a couple times. This is the one that actually stuck, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it really hit a lot harder because it was affecting my health. It wasn't just, I was affecting the people around me. I would snort a line and then all of a sudden my heart's fucking hurting. But, Rit says it best, bro. I get done snorting and then like I go and snort more. That's literally how it was, bro. I was doing mass amounts of coke every night. Ounces. Me, Aqua was there.
Yeah.
Fucking Just Jay was there for some of that. Like, it was crazy, and my name Overdose did not come from a love of drugs. It came from a hate of life, bro. Like, fucking hated life, bro. Just growing up, just my mom, my fucking grandpa, just, dude, a lot of shit, a lot of spice, a lot of acid, a lot of cocaine, alcohol. Dude, I was doing it all. I'm glad I didn't get into heroin or meth or anything like that.
Same.
Honestly, with that addictive personality I got, I already know it would be bad, bro. I know I would like it. And that's why I stay away from it.
Right. I'm glad you were able to overcome it, though, man, and fight those demons off. And
he's a very strong individual. He's very strong.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, so I always wanted to quit drinking because that was my main thing. I come from a family, my father's alcoholic and everything. Grew up around driving on the back roads, tossing his beer cans out the window and shit like that. My best friend when I was 16, he was gang related and he was at this party and we were all there drinking and shit. And he actually died of alcohol poisoning that night when we were 16 years old. And so I always wanted to quit then, but I didn't have the strength to. And, he was a party guy. Like, he wouldn't have wanted me to just, like, quit right off the bat or whatever is what my excuse was. But I just wasn't ready for it or whatever. And I slowed down a lot still. I still slow down a lot, but I was still reckless with my body and shit and fuck myself up. But what really, called it home was my brother here. He was living with my dad in Idaho, and he got the COVID vaccine. And it fucked him all up. He got like a Guillain-Barré syndrome, and he lost his central vision. Like his optic nerve was attacked by his own system, and all of his nerves in his body were attacked by his own system. And so he was forced to get sober, right? And we always drank together. You know, we lived in a house together in Idaho, fresh out of high school, partied the fuck up all the time. And so that was like kind of the straw for me and him both. We both decided that day that we were going to get sober and that we were going to stay, you know, positive and get through all this shit. And we fought for his disability for 3 years, and finally he's been granted his disability, and we're starting to get stable, and we're starting to get looking into getting our own housing and get him a blind dog and like all this cool shit. So
hell yeah,
shit's looking up, but it was very, very grim for the past 3 years, but we stayed sober throughout it all. I actually got sober right before I went on my very first nationwide tour. I went all the way out to Indiana, Georgia. We went,
with Casey Kane and stuff.
Yeah, with Case Kane, my boy Case Kane. Shout out Case Kane. As a Project Omerta. Project Omerta is my rap group with my homie Joe.
Shout out Joe.
Yeah, he's the shit. Keep It Lit Records. Something I started in high school. Me and him started in high school, and we've been running with it ever since. So that's like 12 plus years going now. We've been doing this music shit. But I got sober before that tour, and we were all getting paid maybe like $100 a show, and like there's 5 people there or whatever the fuck, you know, and they were all blowing it at the bar, and I'm over here sober, like, what the fuck, guys? Like, you just blew all our tour money at the fucking bar. I don't even get shit out of it, you know what I mean? But it was cool, you know, it was still cool, and I stayed strong throughout it all, you know, and I don't mind people drinking around me, like, it don't bother me. I don't even crave it anymore. In fact, it makes me feel sick sometimes when I smell it.
Right.
It's just, and I started like puking up blood and shit towards the end of it. And that was like the day that I was like, man, I can't do this shit anymore. And it was like beers every day, fucking tall boys every day. It was shots on the weekend, every weekend. And yeah, it was bad.
Man.
But we made it through it. And yeah, we're 3 years strong.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, shit.
Good.
Yeah,
real quick, fuck Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, fuck Johnson & Johnson for real. Fuck that mandatory bullshit.
That's right. Fucking A, man.
No,
wow, man. Testimonies, man. Fucking testimonies.
Straight up, bro. It's church. Music is church to me, man. For real. Music really is. Jelly Roll says it all the time. Like, this shit ain't just music. It's church. It's religion. It's soul.
Right.
Music will take you to a different place, man. It's spiritual. It really is.
That is very fucking true. Speaking of testimonies, shout out to one of my producers, Jason Hennessy. He wasn't able to make the stream with us. However, he did send in his own words of encouragement.
Oh, dude, yeah, read that shit up.
Yeah, really though.
He says, if you really want to do something, you'll do it, you'll make it happen. This is a reference to quitting something or making your life better in a tangible way. That's all about all I had to say. Jason Hennessy.
Straight up.
That's pretty real.
Agree with that.
It's pretty real because obviously, you know, if they don't want to quit, they're not going to take the steps to do so. They have to do it themselves or it's not going to fucking happen. Just like making music, you have to go in the studio. You have to write it down. You have to go in and record it. Otherwise, it's not going to fucking get done. You may say you got all these fucking songs and shit. You may say that you're fucking sober and shit, but is anybody really seeing it?
Yeah. Are you seeing yourself? Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you looking in the mirror, you proud of that, man? You know, like that's one thing that changed me. It held my confidence so much. Being able to look at myself sober and be like, man,
I'm getting so confident about things now. Like my ego was starting to get. I had to calm myself down and humble myself sometimes because I'd be like, hold on, bro, bring it back in, reel it back in.
It's okay to have an ego though sometimes.
Oh yeah, dude, straight up.
Especially on something like that. If you quit from something really hard, especially, you know, like alcohol is one of the craziest withdrawals you'll ever go through.
Oh yeah, dude. 100%.
And I've been through coke withdrawals, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Like, but if you could do that, you could do whatever, because motherfuckers die from alcohol withdrawal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yep, they really do.
So if you develop an ego from that, bro, I say power fucking to you. Obviously, you know, don't let it fucking
don't become a dick.
Shit, you know, keep good kind of ego, but
sure.
Right. Don't be a narcissist, but
for real.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be self-righteous about it. That's one thing. Like I don't want to be is that self-righteous sober guy. It's just like
you gotta be humble, bro.
Right.
Like, I seriously don't even know what day I got sober. I don't count. I never counted like days or anything. Like I just knew that was the moment, and it wasn't like I wasn't gonna go begging for it, but like, oh, it just happened, and I was like, damn, there it is.
3rd of 21.
Right. My brother knows. July 3rd of 21, apparently. That's when they took him into the hospital. So that's the day we decided we weren't going to drink no more.
I have an app on my phone. I keep a tracker. So,
there you go. See, it helps some people. I've never been an organizational person. I've never been a calendar person. I've always kind of sucked at that shit. So, like, I just know that I know like the year amount. That's about it.
Hell yeah. We got another testimony from Justin Trioxin. It said, so I started drinking at 19. I had no idea how downhill I really go into the rabbit hole. There were nights I have no idea how I made it home, and nights I drove home hammered. My poisons were PBR beer and Jameson Irish whiskey.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Yes, sir.
Jameson will get you fucked.
That was my drink choice too. That was our drinking choice too. Yep.
He said, I'm not sure what caused it, but I just woke up one day and decided, fuck this. I'm tired of living like this and destroying myself. That was January. Oh, fucking thing popped up. That was January 6, 2021, I believe. I was a total wreck, but I pushed forward through the detox and still went to work. The hardest yet most rewarding part of it all was facing my demons face to face and then being the one that rises to the top.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was a beautiful testimony.
That is beautiful as fuck. It's always hard to face your demons, bro.
But that's what it takes,
below, man.
That switch just flips in your head, man. Like that's what it takes. Like until that switch is fully flipped, you'll never do it. You know.
You won't.
Exactly.
And it's mindset too. There's days when that switch don't fucking matter, and you're still like, man, I could use a goddamn drink.
Yeah.
But you gotta be like, what would a drink even bring me? You know what? It would just bring me pain and misery. Why the fuck do I even want that shit?
Every time I even get a little craving, I think about a hangover.
Yeah,
that's what
straight up.
That's honestly though.
Right. I think about the next day. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. No.
So my personal testimony is.
Yeah, please.
So when I went to so I always kind of had like my father was an addict. He was addicted to a lot of things. His big drug of choice was heroin.
Damn.
Once he got off heroin, he ended up going to the methadone clinic and switched illegal heroin for legal heroin.
Yep.
And then I seen him get clean off of that and then go to methamphetamine.
Jeez.
Because he started on Adderall after a while, and then the Adderall went to meth.
Yeah.
But now, according to him, he's clean. I don't live with him anymore. I don't live around him anymore to verify that. However, I would like to believe that that's true.
Yeah.
That my father is clean.
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Right. And so I mean, my mother, she's schizophrenic and dabbled with like cocaine and things like that. So I've always had like my life has been a roller coaster through hell.
Yeah, brother.
I'm not going to go into full details of that because I'm writing an autobiography for a reason.
Hell yeah.
But I think the point was like drinking in high school parties and stuff kind of got me started with it, going to my stepbrother's house and getting fucked up over there, playing quarters and beer pong and things like that.
Yep.
That's what kind of started me off. And then I guess later in life, like I wasn't like super about it until I started drinking around my girlfriend that I moved in when I was 17. And me and her would drink Smirnoffs. Like we go to the liquor store and get Smirnoffs every night. And then I don't know, like I kind of went off the thing. But then I got more connected to like my indigenous heritage and culture and started trying to like, get into something that made me feel connected, to myself, So one thing, I became super political. I became super ideological about things. And there was like a couple years where I just swore off alcohol. I was like, this was this was brought here to colonize us and keep us fucking down. You know, it was given to our ancestors so they would sign treaties and fucking sign away our fucking rights and, you know, have us destroyed. I moved to the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota for a short period of time. And when I moved out there, I went there seeking cultural revitalization.
Yeah.
I instead went to a party while doing music with a Lakota rock band or metal band. And they're like, party with us. So I was like, okay, one night I'll party with these guys, you know. I didn't come back from it like that. Wow. Nah, I went gone. And it was every day I was trying to get fucked up. And I stopped trying to go to ceremony with or anything like culturally related. Yeah, and I would just wanted to stay at the fucking crib and get fucked up and just that's all I wanted to fucking do. I was fighting with my friend who I really, you know, was the one sober person there that was one of the main sober people there, trying to give me advice, you know, and he actually told me not to come to the res because he was like, don't come here. You don't want this. I promise you don't want this. Yeah. It's not what you think.
Yeah, people should change.
It's a third world country out there, man.
That's crazy, bro.
That is fucking crazy, bro.
And for years after that, so about as long as you've been clean overdose, as long as the amount of time I've been fucked up. Wow. So 7 fucking years going down that fucking rabbit hole. And then I would quit. I tried quitting like 2 or 3 times. And it only lasted up to like a month at the most or so. Like, you know, like I went to California with my homie last year. And I was doing good. Went to California and we went to Nevada. Went to fucking a casino in Laughlin.
Yeah.
And I had some drinks.
Those casinos will get you, bro.
There we go. I'm back on the fucking. I fell off the wagon again. It just went down that rabbit hole, man. Once again, I think my turning point, the final turning point, was a couple weeks ago at the Tom Woods float here in Arkansas. I went and I got so fucked up. I was already drinking on the way there. When we got there, as soon as I get there, the homie's like, get on stage and chug a beer. So I get up on fucking stage and I chug a beer.
God damn.
Next thing you know, somebody from LSP, I don't know if it was scum or not, but somebody hands me a fucking Jaeger bottle.
Yeah, they do that. They do that. Had many of those nights.
So I'm just getting fucking hammered. Next thing you know, I'm like in tears over at like a fucking table, just like, I hate my fucking self. Apparently at some point I'm on the stage, I'm like, LSP should have signed me. I'm like, fucking I'm just like hating on myself so fucking hard and having a mental fucking breakdown. And shout out to Ice Giant and shout out to HMR and Freaky P from Replicon Radio, all the guys that came over and was just like, you all right, man? Like, you're not a piece of shit, you know, just trying to fucking, you know, encourage me and trying to fucking help. You know, it's just after like that was the turning point. I saw other artists there that were like so fucked up too and going through their own hell. And I'm just like, we can't keep doing this. Somebody got to break the cycle. Somebody got to break the fucking cycle, man.
For real, yeah. One of my homies actually had a similar experience with that Jaeger shit. He was actually supposed to be DJing for Michael Lawless and Scum, and he ended up getting real fucked up. Ended up accidentally hitting the pause button and didn't realize it.
Oh, yeah.
And Scum had to come on stage and like press play. He doesn't even remember the night. Like,
who hit the pause button?
It was the DJ, which is one of my homies. Yeah, he accidentally he was supposed to be DJing for him, and he just got real fucked up off that Jaeger they kept passing around. And
that Jaeger will fucking get you, dog.
It's a creeper.
So he's actually sober now too. Because
Hell
of
yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Shout out to LSP for getting people so fucked up they gotta get sober. Put your L's up for that.
That's their plan. That's their plan, bro. That's their motherfucking plan for sure.
I remember Lawless came up to me and he's like, I haven't had a normal bowel movement in months since I joined LSP.
Fucking Lawless, he would say shit like that.
That's funny as fuck, man.
He's such a good guy.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Man, shout out to Michael Lawless, man. I love you, bro.
Facts, dude. We still need to get a track with him.
Facts, man.
We need to get one with Scum too.
Dude, facts.
I want to get one with Smalls one too. And Insane Poetry.
Oh, yeah, all of them.
All of them. We just need to do it all of them. Just all of them.
Shout out to homie Switchblade Grenade too. They out there.
Hell yeah.
They're the homies. I got a song with them too. Old one.
Talk about fucking insane performances. Fucking LSP's doing their thing at the float, the LSP party.
Yeah.
And Smalls one bumps in the class and knocks him off the stage, and Clash just goes through a table WWE style. Hardcore, man. LSP don't play.
Bro, fucking Scum's over there telling me about this
shit.
Yeah, Scum's telling me about this time when he's fucking over there performing. I can't remember where he was, but there was a speaker above his head and he jumped up into it, split his fucking forehead open, and he just kept fucking going. And after the show, the promoter's like, "Damn, bro, that's awesome. Do you do that every show?" He was like, "No, I don't do that every show. You fucking speaker split my goddamn head open.
Like I'm not Sandman, bro. I'm not hitting beers against my head all the time."
I was like dying laughing. He's such a funny dude. Scum is a fucking awesome guy.
He is.
I think there was some point I'm trying to talk to IP and like I cannot string a coherent sentence together.
Yeah.
And I'm just like venting. I'm trying to like vent to him for some reason. So fucked up. And I don't know if I think I offended him at that point because I just kept going and wouldn't shut the fuck up. and he's just like, "Listen, motherfucker, do you want to be respected or you want to be popular? Because you ain't." You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get it this way. You know what I mean?
That's facts. That's facts, though.
It is facts.
The next day, I went and apologized to him. You know, and I talked to him, and I was like, "Man, I'm sorry about that, man."
Well, that was my thing too, man. It was affecting my professionalism. You know, I always prided myself on that shit, like showing up on time, being there. You know, being professional the whole time, not showing like not going crazy and making a fucking big deal of everything. You know, just getting shit done and doing it right and performing. And drinking before performing just makes me even more fucking nervous.
Right.
Because I do fuck up and I do mumble shit and I do slur my words, you know.
You
but
go offbeat so bad.
Oh,
but
so
the
easy.
problem with alcohol is when you're on alcohol and you're rapping, you think it sounds good.
Yeah,
everybody else,
you're like
fucking that shit. Yeah.
You think you sound better.
This shit, they're like, boo.
Yeah, they're like, this guy is fucking
right.
Except for ZJ, that motherfucker gets drunk and then just freestyles a whole new verse over the same song.
And it sounds amazing. Do that,
dude. It's fucking insane. You're like, how the fuck, bro? How are you even talking right now? He can't even talk to you, but then he just freestyles a straight fire verse. Yeah,
I was freestyling at some point during my drunken debacle at the float, and my homie's like, "Oh, I knew it was over whenever you couldn't get a bar out."
Yeah.
He's like, "You a rapping motherfucker. When you can't fucking freestyle, you gone.
You gone, yeah."
Go home, you're drunk.
Which that kind of brings me to this topic. So the struggles of performing and learning to do what you would normally do fucked up sober.
Yeah.
Like rapping, for example, or even recording in the studio or writing or any of the aspect performing, those things, like you get so used to doing these things when you're fucked up that when you start doing it sober, you're fucking can I do it? Will I be able to do it the same? You know?
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Anxiety's a bitch, bro.
Anxiety's
That's
huge,
why I
dude.
did my shit. And even to this day, like I am always, I've come to the conclusion I'm always going to get anxiety before I
Oh
go
yeah,
out.
dude,
It's
it's
just
part
how
of
it
it.
goes.
It
It's
is
just
part of
how
it.
it goes.
You
Now,
gotta
some people
harness
can
it.
deal with it better than others.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, like me and Jay at this point, like we've been doing it so much.
Oh
like,
yeah,
yeah, we may have anxiety, but we know our shit.
I
We
use
know
that.
what the fuck's about to
Yeah,
go down.
it's I don't
Like,
even have to fucking think up there, bro. It's just like
no,
those words just fly out of my mouth.
boom. It's just good. But if we were to go up there fucked up, it'd be a whole different story. We'd
Yeah,
be on the thing of Liquid
100%.
Joe's doing No Mercy and then fucking eat shit.
Yeah, for real. We stand up on this like
So
stage part in the front, and yeah, where we're like above everybody, but it's just like a beam.
it's
It's
a
a
little
balance
beam
on
that's
it.
like this
Yeah,
fucking
Oh
that
God.
me and him walk across during one of our songs.
it's so dope
Oh
though. The crowd
no.
fucking loves it. But
The
yeah, we
crowd
could
hella
easily
loves
eat
it.
shit, and with drinking, yeah, we would have fucking ate shit multiple
Oh
times.
man, so being sober going on that thing, I get
Yeah,
scared. I'm like, oh my god, Jaron, hold me.
yeah. Like, hold on, we're gonna fall. We're gonna fall.
Oh
Like, I'll hold
shit.
you, bro. Don't
Yeah, like
fall. We're
don't
both going
fall, dude.
down.
Yeah, we both will fucking crush everybody. But I do
Man, shout out
remember.
to the go
Oh,
ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I remember Overdose one time saying, when he got sober, he was like, I don't know if I could write a verse as well, not on coke, because I used to just write everything like that, and I was like, bro, that
I
wasn't the
remember.
coke, that was you.
Yeah.
You wrote that shit, bro. That was your heart. That was from your
Mhm.
mind. That had nothing to do with the drugs, bro. And and he knew it. He knew it too, but it was just like that was an anxiety weighing on him, and I had to be like,
Oh yeah.
nah,
Right,
fuck that,
And
right.
now, fuck, we
And
got
now,
so
oh,
many songs together. Motherfuckers don't
bro,
even know that me
no,
and
they
this
don't
guy got a
even
whole
know.
album ready and raring to
Yeah.
go, pretty
Oh,
much.
dude, and
Like,
it's fucking sick.
Fuck yeah.
We're
all we
That's
got to
that's
do
experimental
is
fucking
too.
record
It's not
a couple
just regular
writings.
rap. Yeah, it's not just regular rap, bro. We're doing some outside the box shit.
hell yeah, man. We
Yeah.
definitely gotta link up and do something, man.
Dude, hell
I'll
yeah, I'd be way down.
So down.
hell yeah. So like how did music help you in your recovery?
Oh, bro. Like
You go
for
first,
one,
Jay.
yeah, Jelly Roll, like for instance, would be a good use. Like that motherfucker, like big fucking love to him. He helped me and my brother both through a lot of that shit. His songs talking about his same problems. I feel like I went through the same fucking shit, dude. Sometimes you sit there and
Right,
listen to his album, and you're like, bro, did we fucking go through the same thing? You live in fucking, I'm in Utah, bro. I'm nowhere near where you grew up, but
Okay.
we lost best friends and fucking to overdoses. We fucking went through trap shit. We fucking went through hell and back, and we're here, you know what I mean? And his just his soul and like just the lyrics and everything, it just touches the heart, and it makes you be like proud of being sober, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and that's
I
one thing,
agree.
because the stipulation used to be like, oh, you're sober, well, you're fucking boring, you know what I mean? And
Right,
now
right.
a lot of
Stigma.
music recently has been changing that stipulation and be like, no,
Hmm.
sober is a good thing, like
Right,
sober is healthy, healthy is good, like you can
right.
party, that's cool, but if you can't handle it and you're gonna kill you or hurt yourself or others over it, it's not worth that shit.
I have a
So
whole verse in this new song that I just recorded,
yeah,
dedicated to Jelly Roll for helping me
hell yeah,
through my
bro.
recovery.
That's what I'm
I used
saying,
to
bro. One of these
I used
days,
to
I'm gonna get him on a song, no fucking
Me
doubt.
too. Oh yeah.
shit, man. I would love that, man. I
Dude,
used
he'd
to
be
open up
crazy.
for him
Oh, that's
back in
fucking
like
awesome.
2010 and 2011 at the New Daisy in Memphis.
Hell
Him and
yeah,
Walt,
dude.
right back in the
That's
old
fucking
days.
awesome. Yeah,
That
yeah.
would have been way
I
crazy,
fucking
bro.
actually first heard of him from my friend Ty, who passed away. My friend who died of alcohol poisoning when I was 16. He
Right,
went to a
right.
show with him in Haystack in the middle of a fucking cornfield in Idaho. And
Oh
he told
shit.
me about it. And he was like, bro, and this was probably like 2012, 13, somewhere in there. And he came back and was like, bro, you got to check out this guy, Jelly Roll. He's so fucking awesome. And it was Struggle and everyone. And so that's what put me on to him. So I've been listening to him for fucking ever. And
Yeah.
we actually played like Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die at his funeral and shit like that, because that's how close Jelly Roll was for us. And so
Right, right.
watching Jelly Roll grow up and like become so big and like become like a household name now, it's fucking beautiful. And my homie would be so fucking
Proud,
proud of him and is so proud of him and me both. And that's
proud.
another thing is him passing away. It was so tragic and it fucked me up being shooken like that young. But he's still here with me and he helps me like write this music and he like inspires me to stay sober as well and to go on the right path. You know what I mean? Like I live this life for him because he died tragically young and didn't get to walk in these footsteps that he wanted to walk in. And I'd always knew I was going to be a musician of some kind of rapper, entertainer, or something. And he pushed me on that dream originally. and me and him used to sit in his room and like make little shitty fucking water bottle pipes out of like water bottles and like sockets and shit, and like smoke bongs and fucking write dumbass
I
lyrics.
remember those.
So like, you know, and so I hold those moments very dear, but those moments still, those were like the foundation of what I got now, you know what I mean? And so and I've been doing a lot of angry gangster rap shit, and you know, it's been fucking like therapy for me, you know, but it's time. I'm starting to move past it more, and I'm starting to let it go, all that anger, and let go all that hatred and shit, and move into more positive and save more lives, like Jelly Roll does with his music, and like King ISO does with his music. King ISO is another big inspiration that does the same kind of thing. His self-help music, just talking about how he went through hell, and it's so relatable and shit. You know, it's just that's the music that got me through these hard times. You know what I mean?
Man, cathartic with Tech Nine and ISO. Man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. And Jelly was in C Mob, Chris.
Yep. All of them, dude. That whole coalition, you know. And there's so many labels I can name off that changed my life in general. You know, like all of them. Like seriously, all the old school shit, fucking Tupac, Biggie, you know, all that shit too.
Yeah.
It's just it all is just so dear and near to my heart. Hip hop is so like sacred to me. And a lot of people scoff at me, you know, oh, white kid, oh, haha, you ain't a rapper, you don't even know what hip hop is. And you know, it's
me
like
too, homie, all the time.
I studied this shit. Like I don't just like pretend to like rap. I listen to rap daily, like not just to study it, but also to fucking enjoy it and to help me feel better. You know,
we're consumers first. We're fans first.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
And I keep that respect when we meet these people too. And that's one amazing thing about being an artist who gets to open for these people and gets to meet them and shit. But some people squander that shit and like totally annoy the fuck out of the headliner. And it's like, bro, just shake their hand, say, you saved my life. You know, your music's amazing. Can I get a picture with you real quick? And that's it. Like, you don't got to bug them. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've carried in people's, like, just their equipment that they needed help with. Because they got one guy packing all the shit. I'm like, bro, I'm here early. What the fuck? You know, I'm packing in scum stuff. We helped selling strange music. Kung Fu Vampire, shout out to him.
Shout out KRB.
Yeah, dude, like everybody. So, you know, we're more than willing to fucking help. And none of that was to be like, oh, I hope I get to meet him. It was just like,
it's just to help. We just want you guys to get out and, you know, get on the road safely.
Just like I would want somebody to help me in that position. You know what I mean?
So as I was telling people by at the float, I was drinking the last drink that I would ever fucking drink. And it was a cup of rum and Coke.
Yep.
And when I went up, the last person I said bye to was Kung Fu Vampire. And I went up to him and I was like, hey, man, you killed that set tonight.
That's my guy right there.
No more bad days. He closed out. He closed out with that. And it was just like my body transcended.
Yeah,
and we were leaving the float. We were leaving the float and everything. I was just super fucking just drained. I was super exhausted. But at that song was the one little bit of magic that lifted me up a little bit.
He has that magic, bro. There's something special about that.
His stamina, charisma. Insane. That motherfucker can go.
Oh yeah, he can.
And go. I want to have some charisma like that. I'll tell you what, him and King ISO both jumping around, fucking, and Scum. Scum's fucking MC. Holy fuck, that guy wild, is
dude.
Place.
Twisted Insane as well. Twisted Insane goes fucking
crazy. Fuck down too.
He said every one of those motherfucking words. I was watching his goddamn mouth, and I was like, "How the fuck?" Dirtball, shout out Dirtball,
brain sick, bro.
That's my guy.
Brain sick, and then fucking Ritz, man. Ritz on the same level, dog.
Amazing.
Ritz is the whole reason for me, bro. Yeah, Ritz and a lot of coke is why I rap the fast. Oh yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
True.
I would always listen to Ritz and be snorting fucking lines, and that is and Jelly Roll too. Jared, I wanted to touch base on that. What Jared's picking up on with Jelly Roll, bro, is some real shit. Like so his song Addiction Kills.
Yes,
I created a remix of Addiction Kills.
But
it's not about me. It's about my girlfriend's sister, we'll just say. And long story short, you know, I did the entire fucking remix. I spit it in the same kind of flow that he had. And in the ending verse, you know how he's singing I'm singing to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep like everything, and the chorus is still the same. You know what I mean? How he's singing it and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's it's a really fucking powerful song. I
It
have
is.
if you Jaren
He
and
showed it to me.
Be Positive, I think you've heard the
Yeah,
whole
we heard
thing.
it.
But I have my first verse on TikTok. So if you subscribe to me on TikTok,
Yeah, dude.
Overdose 06,
You be dropping cool shit
it's
on him.
there, bro.
I gotta get TikTok.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But not only Jelly Roll, like I listened to Tech since fucking
Yeah,
Oh,
Tech
Angelic came
90s.
out. When
Same, bro.
Angelic first
Same.
came out is when I was listening to fucking Tech, bro. I've been listening to Tech since I was in fucking elementary school.
same.
Like I
Shit.
love
Yeah, for
fucking
real
Tech
though.
Nine. I
I love
love
Tech
fucking
too.
King ISO, Chris
Yes, sir.
Calico. I love Cut Calhoun. I miss the
Mm-hmm.
fuck out of Cut Calhoun.
Same, bro.
Yeah.
Black Gold, you know
Black
what I'm
Gold
saying?
Entertainment.
Um,
Yes, sir.
and Stevie Stone, you know, Test Crew. Holy
Yeah.
fuck. Like
Yeah, the list goes on,
a
man.
lot of inspiration. And then I seen that fucking ISO just opened up for Ice Cube. A
Oh
fucking
shit, I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
oh
dude,
That's
that shit was
fucking
dope.
fresh.
God. I
That was
wish I
dope.
could have been there, bro. Like
That's fresh.
that is so dope. But yeah. And you know, touch on like I lost people to suicide and shit and
Yeah.
overdose and
Mm-hmm.
you know, our boy Ninja, mine and Aqua's
Yeah.
homie, he
Rest in
fucking
peace.
is the whole reason I got into fucking music really in the first place is him and Aqua. And he would take a hold of Aqua's computer, like he would hack into Aqua's computer while he's in Rose Park and we're in fucking Kearns. He's hacking into his Fruit Loops. We're searching little beats, looking at hi-hats, and all of a sudden this thing deletes and it says, "Fuck you, Aqua," and then it deletes again. And then it just says ha 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 ha. And Aqua goes to delete it, but he can't do nothing because the shit's frozen.
Well,
And
we
you
got
know,
somebody coming in. Hold on one sec.
oh hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Hell
Let me
yeah.
see.
Sounds good, dude. The more the merrier.
Add to the stage.
Hey, what's
Bars.
up?
Bars.
Hell yeah.
What's good, homie?
What's up with it?
Man, it's going, brother. How you doing today?
Excellent, bro. Yeah, I tried to join earlier, but my phone was on like 1%, so I had to like plug back in.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you can make it though, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome to the panel. If you would like, introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah.
My name's Bars. I've been doing rap for as long as the dinosaurs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, you told me about the show, and I been sober for quite some time, so I felt like I need to join.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Welcome, welcome. I'm just Jay. Same
I'm
here.
Overdose, bro.
That's
Salute.
awesome. Yes, sir. Welcome. What we were just talking about is how did music help you in recovery?
I mean, music is like therapy, man. You know,
Yes, sir.
it's a chance for you to come in and like really talk about the traumas that you've dealt with in life,
Yeah.
and you know, it's a way to overcome them and you know put the past behind you. You know, so that's what I use it for.
Yes, sir. That's a good answer. I like that.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man. Hell
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Touch on you know really what I was saying before Bars homie came in. You know, a lot of my guidance for nowadays trying to stay sober really goes back to all the people I've lost, but
Yeah.
it's also people that are still here to this day that I'm trying to remain sober for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like my fiance, her dad, like my grandma. My grandma hella needs me. Like, you know, she's
Yeah,
got
my
like
family
early
needs me
onset
too.
dementia
Mm-hmm.
and my grandpa, he had fucking Alzheimer's and it was late stage when he passed. And I took care of him too, bro. And that's part of the reason why I did so much coke
Yeah.
is I needed to, you know, stay up because he was staying awake all hours of the night, just staring off into space. He was a Vietnam vet, so he was going through it. He
Going
was
through a
really
lot.
going through it. I was hearing him scream every night. Like he was jumping on the ground because of napalm strikes on our fucking kitchen floor, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
so that's why I stay sober, because motherfuckers need me.
Yeah. Straight up, bro. Same here, man.
Motherfuckers need y'all too.
Yeah, same. It's true. Much love, brother.
Remember that.
Yeah. Everybody's needed.
Love, bro.
Because that's real shit.
Much love for sure.
Much love, guys. Sorry.
You're good, bro. Yo, let that shit out, dog. Let that fucking shit out, man. It's good. It's good
real,
to cry, dog.
It's real and raw.
Let that shit out, man.
It's true.
God damn it.
Sometimes I'll be sitting here just like in the studio and I'll hear a beat and the beat just sound like, I don't know, there'll be certain like sounds in the beat that just hit me like for some weird reason. I just start fucking crying like a baby for no reason.
Oh, dude.
I'm the same way, bro. I get chills. I get tingles. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so good. I start blubbering like a fucking baby.
Right. Don't ever put the movie Selena in front of me, dog. Every time I watch the movie Selena, bro, I fucking cry like a fucking baby, dog.
That's good.
Yeah, man. But it's totally justified to have emotions, brother.
Yes, sir. Word. That's what we're trying to spread. I hate
Did you
Oh, sorry, you good?
No, I'm sorry, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say, I hate the stipulation that you can't show emotions in this rap music, even though that's what it's based off of.
It's such a weird
stigma. Dude, rap is basically all about, like, it used to be about bars and who's the hardest
in the
lyricist.
soul. Yeah.
And now it's about whose auto-tune is the best.
Yeah, for fucking real.
Bro.
Bars is like, motherfucker, what you trying to say? No.
Well, look, there's a different. Okay, look, check this out. I am a fan of auto-tune, but there is a limit, my guy. Like, I can't do like Lil Yachty or any of that mumble stuff. Like, if I can understand you and you're saying some words, then righteous. But if it just sounds like you're going, yeah. Rich said it best.
I appreciate the technique of it and the skill of it. That's the whole point, you know. It's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be
Bone Thugs and Harmony shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like Lil Wayne. I love that motherfucking auto-tune. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he kills it with it.
He fucking kills it. He almost got bars.
Yeah.
T-Pain's the goat of auto-tune.
Yeah, T-Pain, fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. You can never go wrong with T-Pain.
Y'all might have answered this a little bit here and there throughout the conversation, but throughout your sobriety, who supported you guys the most in your recovery? We'll start with overdose, and then we'll work on the bars, and then just Jay.
Sounds good.
Who's helped me the most is definitely my fiance and my grandma, for sure. For fucking sure, hands down. And, you know, my little nephew a little bit, because with how I was talking about, I wrote that song about my girlfriend's sister because of addiction. There was a point in time where we were watching her kid for a little while, like a couple years. And so he really, like, kept me in check too, because I'd never took care of a kid before, you know, and at this point in time I'm fucking 27, like, and then just all of a sudden here's a kid and I'm just like, what the fuck? But you know, I love the little dude, so what? I'm not just gonna pawn him off, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll try to make this work. He's a great guy. He loves our music. Every time we're out there practicing, he's dancing. He fucking loves that shit. So I love the fuck out of those three.
Yeah, responsibility definitely plays a part in sobriety too. Having different responsibilities, so you can't just go fuck off and do. You know, when you're bored and you're younger, you don't have shit to do. It's so easy to just be like, all right, let's go get fucked up.
Exactly.
But when you got to fucking take care of people rely on you, it's not that easy.
It's not, and it won't ever be that easy again.
Nope.
Right. So, Bars, what about you, man? Like, did you have that support, and like, who supported you the most throughout your sobriety and recovery?
When I first got sober, well, let me just clarify. I'm California sober, so I still smoke weed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. We support cannabis.
Yeah, hell yeah. We love weed, bro.
Cannabis is medicine, bro.
Yeah. It's not meant to harm us, you know what I mean? But
no.
Alcohol and hard drugs.
Yep.
You know, when I first quit, no one supported me. All the people around me were either heavy alcoholics or, you know, still snorting pills or, you know, still doing all that same shit. So they didn't really understand, you know, why I was quitting and all that. But, you know, throughout the years of sobriety, more and more people that were on that journey or trying to get on that journey, you know, I ended up advocating for them, you know, more so. And then I just kind of look at my situation like, I woke up one day and stopped doing this shit. So I just, when I see somebody else kind of going through it, I try to, talk them through it, and let them know it ain't worth it. So I say I'm more so on the other side of it and try to just be the person to support them.
Yeah, that's what you got to be, man.
That's all you
can
do.
Admirable.
That's all you can be. Yeah.
Very admirable, man, for sure.
Yeah, mine would be my brother. My brother
Yeah,
be positive here. Me and him, obviously, I talked about it a little earlier, but just me and him stay strong together the whole time. Both going through withdrawals and cravings and shit, and just saying it's not worth it. Yeah. Other than that, the artists, some of the artists in the scene, it was kind of the same. They were like, "Oh, you don't drink anymore? That's lame." Like what the fuck. But a lot of them came around, and the hardest part was like the really drunk dudes just like offering you drinks, because that's how you should go, especially being an artist, dude. Everybody just hands you shit, like, shot here, take it. I'm like, sorry, bro, I don't drink anymore, and they go, oh, what the fuck,
Yeah.
Like a lot of my support and a lot of my social circles changed a little bit, to the point where I'm not even worried about that in the slightest. All the homies know, all the homies are respectful. Nobody's gonna like throw shit in my face, or like, and I don't take that shit personal either, because they're going through a hard time and they don't understand. They're not at that point in that journey, like he was saying. They're not at that point. So, and when I was at that point, I was throwing shade at people telling me to get sober too, So like I can feel that. I get that. It's hard. But and all you can do is be there to support them, Like he was
There's
saying.
humility in that. A lot of humility.
A lot of humility. It speaks to your character, bro.
Just no judgment. Yeah, no judgment. You can't judge, because we've been through fucking shit worse ourselves, dog. Like, what do I got to judge you for, bro? And even if you went through worse than me, I'm not judging your ass. Like, that fucking life's a bitch, bro.
So this one is this one's gonna be we're gonna get into some of the more intricate aspects of this, like more in depth, with some of these next questions. So this next question is the promotion and stigma in hip hop surrounding substance abuse. What are your thoughts on that? Overdose, we'll start with you.
Man, check this out. All I hear nowadays, drugs, guns. That's it. Sex. I don't care how many bitches you hit from the backside, or how many keys do you need to get your cash right. Swizz said that shit the best, bro.
He did
like,
say that shit.
The stigma nowadays, I think, is sex sells and drugs sell too. And you can't have one without the other.
They go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand. So if you got somebody that's rapping about both, then they probably are obviously gonna have a lot more fucking views, because that is now the mainstream. They want you to think it's the underground, when really the underground is the realest fucking rap I've ever fucking heard.
Straight the fuck up.
I don't listen to Drake. I don't listen to none of that fucking shit. I listen to J. Cole, like we're talking about earlier. I listen to all the strange music, like motherfuckers that are lyricists. Like, I love MGK. He's a fucking awesome lyricist. He kind of fucked himself with the whole Eminem thing.
A little bit.
But hey, look, even in that, I give him credit, because who in their right mind goes after Eminem?
It's true.
Right? Like, I'm a good rapper. I'm not going to deny that. Am I going to go after M? No. But battle rap is not really my style anyways. So, like, Aqua, though.
Yeah, for real, though.
But anyway, no, really, though. Like, I think that's what the stigma is nowadays, bro. It's just mainstreamed. Everywhere you see it, that's all I get on my phone is drugs this, guns that, bro. And that's really what I see.
Most definitely. Bars, what about you? What's your take on that?
I mean, when it comes to mainstream rap, the powers that be. Well, first let's go a little bit deeper than that. All major record labels are owned by the prison system in America.
Yes, sir. Preach.
So
he's ahead of me.
When it comes to music that's being when they put money into the music, that money is creating the prison to the pipeline to prison. Um, for a
The
lot of
industrial
young youth,
prison complex.
especially black youth.
Sure.
And to keep
Shout out to
that
Motor
stigma
Technique.
on, for them to keep going to prison. So to keep aiming that at those people, they're continuing a cycle, and
Yep.
prison is just a legal form of slavery.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, these are all set in place for a reason and for reasoning. I remember an old interview with Bone Thugs and Harmony where they were talking
The
about
meeting.
being in a meeting and how they needed to promote sex and violence and drug use, and they were being asked to do so, and then they slowly lost their number one slot when they didn't want to comply. So as far as that, yeah, there's always going to be promotion of those type of deteriorating things, but we also live in a country where they tell us all that none of us are good enough and nothing we do is good enough, so we fall into depression, and then they want, since you're depressed and vulnerable, then you want to consume. Here, oh, you're depressed, buy these products, these will make you feel better.
Yes, sir.
Caught in this cycle of continuing to go over and over again, and then social media pits us all against each other to hate each other.
Yep.
I'm better than you. I got more likes than you. I got more followers than you. I got this. I got that. And then there's no real love for each other anymore. And then on top of that, hey, pop these perks while you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a big vicious cycle. As opposed to just blaming the individuals that are making the music. A lot of these young kids making this music, they're getting a fat check put in front of them, and they say, "Hey, we want you to shake your ass, bitch. You need to go do this," or "Hey, you're not killing enough of your ops. I need you. Here's another. I need you to go do this instead." So, a lot of that is money driven. Your average kid, 16, 17, 18 years old, you get $1 million check waved in your face, you're going to take it.
Yeah, for sure.
Off top, you're going to take it. So, it's a larger, it's a larger spectrum for that. As far as like people that are doing it, and still trying to find a way to get out of that cycle, and go the underground route where you don't need a record label. A lot of people still believe you need a record label just to even make music, and they have no idea that there's a lane for everybody in this world due to the internet. Myself, I don't rap. I rap about my life. I rap about what happened to me. I rap about what I can do to prevent things. I rap about like, hey, I did this, so you don't do it. And don't fuck up.
Exactly. Straight up.
But I'm not gonna be out here promoting like, hey, what people are getting paid to promote. So, it's a huge cycle, man.
Yeah.
Before Jay gives his perspective on it, I just want to say, like, you jumped way ahead, because the next question was actually going to be, and I'm glad you did it, because like it is an important aspect. The alcohol companies and pharma and the industrial prison complex banking on people's misery and banking on that. But like being a horrorcore, I've been boxed most of my career as a horrorcore gangster rapper from Memphis. So like most of like the shit that we rap about, we're not out here murking motherfuckers and cutting their body parts off and fucking eating, fucking cannibalizing people. It's entertainment,
Yeah, it's entertainment.
And there's something that we've always tried to like, double down on. I remember like the old interviews back in the day, like in 07 and 06, back during the MySpace era, when fucking like Mario Delgado was on the fucking news channel after the Psycho Sam shit happened, or after the shooting at the reservation in Red Lake. He was up there just fucking explaining this is entertainment. Even Kung Fu at the time was up there. Prozac, people like that. They were like, yo, this is entertainment, So like we have to know the divide between reality and entertainment. The problem is, I think once we start really diving into how these record labels and industries are using these methods of violence, selling violence, and all that shit, it starts to kind of it starts to kind of take you back to that, and makes you start thinking like, you know, I don't want our genre, our subgenre, to die because of stigmas.
Yeah.
But there are some people that don't need to hear this. There are some people that are just not stable enough to handle this.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't control that. You can't control what people hear.
You can't control people.
Right.
Especially when it comes to horrorcore, bro.
Right.
Here's the thing, like, let's get real controversial, right?
Oh shit.
In 2008 to 2009 era Psychopathic Records, right?
Yeah.
Gang rags, psychopathic riders, you know, all this shit, right? You know, throwing up signs, drive by, ABK, right?
But we're not a gang.
Right.
Like I jumped like I was
so
in a
you see
game
where
for
I'm
it.
going with this. So now imagine I'm a 14-year-old kid, right? And my favorite rappers is Blaze, ABK, Twisted, ICP. I'm gonna want to gangbang like how they're gangbanging on these songs, right? So let's fast forward a little bit. In Tillicum Park in Washington State, where I'm from, was the very first Juggalo gang-incited act of violence. Okay, they went to Tillicum Park and they had a bunch of hatchets and they started attacking random people and cutting them and hurting them. Right? I know some of them dudes. I know the dudes that went to prison. I know the dudes that got snitched on and went to prison, and I know the dudes that ratted on them to put them in prison. So at the end of the day, it's like they were influenced by this music. They were influenced by Psychopathic Writers. That was their favorite fucking group.
Yeah.
So to sit and say that what you said didn't influence people, not everybody has the same brain. Everybody's brain is different. Some people can look at that as, oh, this is fantasy. Some people are like, nah, I'm going to do that shit that they're talking about right now.
Yeah, it's true. And you never know who it's going to hit or how.
When are all musicians, underground or mainstream or not, when are you going to hold yourself accountable for the power that you hold of what you can do to influence someone who may not be there in the right mind?
Yeah, for real. I love that.
So
that's a great take.
Like, I love horrorcore. Don't get it twisted. I love horrorcore. I love the art of it. I love the legends, Esham, all these guys. I love it, Twisted Insane. But at the same time, I'm in the right mind space to know that this is just a fantasy that's being sold.
Yes.
Right.
But I'm not everybody else. It's the same thing as playing video games. Like, you can't sit here and tell me. You can't sit here and tell me that all the dudes that have been in the last, like I said, the last 10 years of mass shootings, they were all number one on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They were playing them fucking video games to the point to where their life was, I'm gonna go snipe these motherfuckers off the roof.
Yeah. They couldn't separate the game from reality. Yeah.
They use that in the military as like a training basis. It's like a video game simulation.
Exactly.
It was Medal of Honor before that.
Yeah, it was.
There you go. Before that, it was fucking Metal Gear Solid. You know, like so it's like all these video games too. Like I don't play video games for a reason.
That's kind of what I was going to bring up too. I was just going to say, it's like a trap.
Like entertainment, right? Entertainment is we're all responsible, all of us. And if I'm going to be a sober person and promote sobriety and to get people back on the right track, then I have to know that anything and everything that I say to someone who's a stranger that's listening to me,
Oh shit!
Whatever.
Oh no, we lost right at the West Point. The government goddamn.
Buddy, no.
He was talking.
Damn it, Biden! You piece of shit! Bring our friend back.
Yeah, it's Biden's fault.
Fucking Kamala.
Well, Okay. Well, if it comes back, we'll
just come back in. Come back in, brother. We'll bring you back in.
All I was gonna say too is like he was saying too. Yeah. Well, to answer the question, it's just a trap, and it's in the fucking name of the music. It's trap music. It's
trap.
So the trap is the cycle of the sell drugs, do drugs, get bitches. And I was a part of that. I grew up loving that shit and pretend gang banging and real gang banging and doing crazy shit for the love of it, and listening to that music while I'm doing it. And it was influencing me for sure, but it was my actions, I didn't have to do all that shit. And now it doesn't matter what I listen to, it's not going to make me go out and do fucking anything, it's my choice and shit. But not everybody's on that journey, like you were saying.
I think he's back.
All right, sweet.
Oh, everything froze up. Give me just a second. I'm froze completely.
My stream's doing good.
Yeah, mine is too.
Can you see me moving?
Yeah,
I
can see you moving greatly.
Oh, there we go. Hold on, let me bring him back in. I got a shitty fucking.
Immortal Technique says a lot of that shit. Immortal Technique be speaking a lot of that truth too.
Dude,
shout out
really
to that motherfucker.
Immortal fucking Technique.
Immortal
I
Technique. Fuck yeah.
I got into an argument with Immortal Technique not too long ago. I love Immortal Technique. I love his music, but I don't agree with all his politics. I'm
of course.
More,
and you're not going to. That's
conservative.
People can disagree and still be okay.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, you can't bring all the personal politics and shit into the music unless they do, and that's their fucking.
Unless that's a part. If that was a part of their music already.
Yeah, but then you agree to that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting into. Yeah. Anyways, go back onto what you were saying, Bars.
Yeah, Bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost signal for a minute. My bad, man. But here's the thing. Like horrorcore is always going to be an art form. It's always going to be, that going on. But then it's like you can't control that. You can't control who's going to hear your shit on the internet. A little kid's going to go on Pornhub today and say, "Oh, I'm 21." Click.
Right.
And he's watching all sorts of shit.
Well, they're changing that now. They're doing the verification ID shit.
You get a VPN and nobody gives a fuck.
There's ways around
everybody
anything.
knows. Yeah, everybody knows.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that don't matter. That don't matter. If it gets hot enough, they're gonna find a way.
Yeah, that's just to satisfy people and make them happy and make them think there's a security when there's really not.
It's like having a lock on the door now. It's really just to keep honest people out.
Yeah, for real.
Right, but that's the thing. And I love ICP. ICP gave me a slot to perform on the Gathering. That was a dream come true. Like that, to have that opportunity, is legendary. That's bucket list shit for me. But then right, let's rewind a little bit. In 2018, when it was ICP versus Twisted, we had juggalos out here beating each other up, jumping each other, stabbing each other over some fucking groups.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, for real.
Right?
If that ain't gang-related activity, I don't know what the fuck is.
Honestly, though.
Right.
Fact. I was getting jumped by straight edge motherfuckers.
Same. I was getting jumped by juggalos, and I am a juggalo. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing, bro?
Like, tell me, yeah.
You fucking Twizzler! Fuck you! Family!
Right.
Yeah, blue.
Well, a lot of the juggalos were gang related too. A lot of them, I knew were fucking, Sereno, Norteño, fucking all sorts of fucking gangs, dude. So they were already related. So there wasn't that the juggalo was their gang. They were in a gang and they were still just gang banging and fucking
with a bunch of other crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that kind of segues into the next question, which is there a stigmatic pressure of being a clean and sober juggalo? And are some juggalos feeding the stereotypes of addicts?
That's hard. I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they are too. I couldn't really name one.
I try not to.
I couldn't really name one, I don't think, but I'm sure they are.
I mean, going to the gatherings, for example, there are those that sneak into our community. The Juffs that like to come fucking bring the fucking extra drugs and fentanyl or whatever the fuck into the goddamn gathering, and
Those
fucking
fucks.
terrible.
Those aren't juggalos.
Somebody died at the gathering when I was
lost
there.
Juggalo Jesus.
Somebody gave him some fentanyl.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Juggalo Jesus, man. I was there that year. That was fucked up.
Yeah, rest in peace, Juggalo Jesus, for real.
Yeah.
You know, I was there when it happened. You know, but okay, here, interesting take, right? My first gathering was the gathering I performed at, right? And these motherfuckers, like, you know, not. This is the thing. It doesn't matter what walk of life you are. There's pieces of shit in every walk of life.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right. So I'm there and I'm getting love from juggalos I ain't seen for years. Juggalos I met years ago from Midwest, the East Coast, all this shit. But then I'm meeting other ones, you know, high off 10 balloons. And then when I don't want a fucking balloon because I'm sober, now I'm a cop.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I hate that shit, dude.
The stigmas.
That shit.
So it's just like,
automatically
little do you know,
a cop.
Oh, what are you, a narc? Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker.
Right.
I
So it's like,
narcs.
little do you know, I've been sober almost 10 years, you know, and you're over here trying to trigger me to get down with you and be stupid as fuck off a bunch of balloons.
What makes you special, motherfucker? Why the fuck would I pull my sobriety for your dumb ass?
Right.
That's wild shit, man.
It is a stigma, but that's the thing. Like, we have to eliminate that in that community because, I mean, I'm seeing motherfuckers that are so fucking brain dead off that fucking shit.
Oh, dude.
That, like, you ain't even a person anymore.
I've seen too many people change from shit. Too many motherfuckers.
Which is, it's kind of hard to do, though, and if you think about it, because the whole aspect of being a juggalo is pandered towards the outcasts and people who have been like through some of the worst shit, you know, the traumas and shit, you know what I mean? And those are like where you're gonna find most of the addicts, most of the people who are addicted to shit. You know, like we all have our fucking our horror stories and our battle wounds, you know, and that's what drove us to the juggalo, like lured us into the dark carnival, and that's into the family aspect because we were like, we don't got nobody else, you know, like, but we got each other. And I remember Violent J talking in the race seminar on the DVD that came with Shangri-La, like at the gathering, like his whole fucking speech. I even put a part of that in one of my songs on one of my albums, and like that whole fucking speech, I still like, I damn near remember it line for line. I watched this so many goddamn times because that shit spoke to me. And like the outcast aspect of being a juggalo, you're gonna also find some pieces of shit in the outcast, and because some people don't know how to take their trauma and become a better person with it. Some people use people and abuse people. I have so many ex-juggalo friends and non-juggalo friends that tell me fucking I'm not a juggalo anymore because every juggalo I've known has fucked me over royally. You know, and that hurts me. That breaks my fucking heart because that's not what we are supposed to be about. That's not who we are.
Not at all.
You know?
Right.
So, you know, it's hard to regulate that. Then you have, you know, what defines a juggalo? What defines a juff? When, you know, like, or whatever, you know, and you got so many different answers.
Separations. Yeah,
and it's just the gatekeeping.
I mean, that's what you just said, right? A juff, right? So if you look at, perfect. Okay, we're gonna get real deep, bro. So
I'm ready.
I have a lot of respect for Ouija Mac. Okay, I have a lot of respect for his grind. I have a lot of respect for his music. I have a lot of respect for every blood, sweat, and tear he shed to get to the point.
We grew up with his DJ, actually. Shout out DJ Chunk.
DJ Chunk.
DJ Chunk.
Yeah, DJ Chunk is fire too.
Yeah, we grew up with him. He's from here, Salt Lake.
But here's the thing. Okay, first off, you're wearing a bunch of Balenciaga, and Balenciaga literally put out child porn fucking advertisement for their fucking clothing, putting children in BDSM wear on their fucking shit. Look it up.
What?
Google it.
I did not know that.
Google it.
Dog.
Wow. I don't want to Google it.
I don't want to Google it either. I'm gonna have
List,
fucking
bro.
FBI showing up
Okay,
at my
Yeah,
house.
yeah,
Why are you
but
looking at that?
at least read the articles. Read the
I'll take
Right,
articles.
right,
it.
right.
I'll
Okay.
take it with.
Okay.
And he might not know that. I don't know. But if he don't, now you know. So
Yeah, for real.
anyway, so that's designer wear. You know, like that's designer clothes and like shit that like swag type of shit. So you're subconsciously showing the juggalos that this is no longer family. This is a social club.
Yeah,
And if you don't fit into my social club, now you're a Jeff.
yep,
You're but the juggalos I grew up with, it was scrub life all day.
yeah,
Like
Right.
for
we don't
real.
talk about Nike and fucking
Yeah, no shit.
Adidas.
We
We'll
couldn't
wear
even
whatever the
afford that
fuck
shit.
we want to
We got
wear.
duct tape on our shoes, like.
That's what I'm saying. So subconsciously you're promoting that, to
Mhm.
where now it's like, oh, well, you don't have your backstage pass, you can't be a juggalo.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
That is fucking bullshit.
Now he's not saying that,
Right, right, right.
Oh, but
but
Right.
that's the
but
stipulations getting put out.
when you make songs talking
bad.
about this person ain't this person ain't that, last time I checked, when you're a juggalo, your family. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter your walk of life. It doesn't matter what you've been through, who you are, what your social construct was, whatever. Like your family. If you come
Yeah,
here and you're looking for a family, we're your family.
straight up.
Yep.
But when you
Straight
say,
fuck
oh
up.
well, no, they're a Jeff. Oh no, you're a cop. You're this, you're that.
Mhm.
Now you're alienating people when the whole point of this is family.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Doing the exact opposite. Yeah, it's
And
supposed
then
to be
and
Mhm.
I'm
doing
hearing new school juggalos. They're talking about we don't want no more new people at the gathering.
No new ninjas.
Yeah. I've
You're
heard
not gonna
that
be able to
too.
stop that, dude. Like,
They're
how
not
can
going to
you
be able to
stop that?
stop. What are they going to do? Jump every single new
And
person
how
they
would you make
see?
Right.
money off of that? Like, that's the whole point of this
I'm
entertainment too.
seeing
Like,
so much hate being thrown at my boy Midnight and Yami right now.
Dude,
Like,
I
Midnight
heard that.
Yami is awesome.
He's
That
sick,
Yeah, he's
fucking
dude.
fire.
guy's got bars for days, bro.
Fire.
right.
He's getting hated on big time.
It's
Big
ridiculous,
time.
though.
It is ridiculous,
It's
dog.
so fucking ridiculous. I don't understand it personally.
Him and his girl both are getting hated on, bro. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Like, leave people's family out of it. Leave people's significant others out
Yeah,
of it.
dude.
Like, if you're
That
gonna
shit is just
diss on
personal.
somebody,
Honestly,
yeah,
though,
like you
You
did
got to
too
separate the
personal.
art from the artist, straight up.
some low shit.
Speaking of
And
Midnight
even
Yami,
in that situation, like I know both sides of what's going on with that. But here's the thing: it's like if it's that bad, to where both parties are mad at each other, then get in the ring and handle it.
Yeah, straight
Get
up.
in the ring
Honestly.
and
I wish
handle it like
politicians would do that.
Yeah, dude. I wish a lot of more people would do that. That should be more acceptable.
Yeah.
Right.
that.
You'd be
Instead of being
surprised how
keyboard
much respect
warriors.
you could smack into somebody.
But
Right.
even then, so on Yami's side is like I understand he doesn't like people hating on him, but it's like for you to get so mad at people hating on you,
They're
like
asking for
you
it.
you 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 should understand that when people hate on you, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
The haters make you sometimes.
Yeah,
when I
dude.
got sober
That's true.
for the very first time, I learned something really deep from Mike Tyson, and I'll never
Mm,
forget that because I was a very angry person when I wasn't sober. And Mike
yeah.
Tyson said in the interview, he said that when you get into it with somebody talking shit about you and you beat them up or you do something to them, even if you beat them up, they still win because they
Yep.
got to. And if you're still
Straight up.
mad about it, they own you.
Yep.
Mm.
And I had to really think about that. And I was like, he's right. Because if I'm not over it, they got to me. They got the better of me and
Yep.
they own me until
Yeah,
I
and
get
that's what
over
they want.
peace.
Yeah, that's what they want too. They want you
That's
to
exactly
fucking.
what they
The
want.
trolls want you to do that. That's feeding into that shit. I mean,
Shit, they'll
So,
create
so for
profiles
him
just to
to feed
fuck
yeah,
with
into
they'll
you.
that,
keep bugging you.
he doesn't need to
If
feed into that hate.
Yeah.
right,
That's all
if
I'm
you guys
saying.
don't mind, I know I'm the host and everything. It's be a little weird to ask, But I am fucking dry mouth as shit. I ran out of my Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna go get me some water. I'll be right back. Y'all can go ahead and continue the conversation.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so this dude, you're over here responding to all this hate. Like you need to focus on you and your family and your music. And then on the other side, you go to the other side, then these guys are literally just mad at this guy because he's coming in here, he's brand new and he's more talented than them.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. It boils down to jealousy every fucking
exactly
time.
what it is, Chuck.
They don't want to admit.
Both ways, man. You know?
Yep. It's true, dude. It's so true. And the industry's gotten scary.
You know, everybody wants to kick somebody out of a group. Hey, you can't be this, you can't be over here. When the fuck were the Juggalos like the Mean Girls?
Yeah, no
honestly,
shit.
though,
when the fuck did anybody care?
What the fuck happened?
Unless you're doing some real bad shit, nobody gives a fuck.
Really,
right?
though.
Right. The only people that are just to me are the motherfuckers that are giving people fentanyl and killing them.
Yeah,
those are
straight up.
Straight the fuck up.
Motherfucking pedophiles. Yeah, fuck all that.
Fuck all that. Pedophiles all day.
Yeah,
look up that Balenciaga shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude, I believe it. I trust you.
They're not the only.
It's great, bro.
Yeah, they're not the only one. That shit's fucking wild.
Yeah, they were literally now ads of little children 5-6 years old wearing fucking dominatrix BDSM clothes.
That's disgusting, dude.
Little kids.
It makes me sick to my motherfucking stomach, dude. That's nasty. Well, that's the industry too. That's what I'm talking about. Like Hollywood, it's the same thing as the music industry. They got all sorts of fucking that nasty child fucking enslavement and fucking.
And what's going on with fucking Diddy?
Yeah,
Holy
that's a whole fucking thing. Goddamn.
He got caught with over 1,000 bottles of lubricant and a few. Yeah, bro, that is literally what I fucking read on the fucking thing. And a few dozen AR-15 assault rifles.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, like.
That's terrifying. Yeah, that's terrible.
It literally says fucking.
I didn't even see it.
No, see really. That shit right there?
FBI
crazy. Discovers 1,000 bottles of lubricant, multiple AR-15s in Sean Diddy Combs raid.
Oh my god!
1,000.
Whatever, come back to me. Did he do it?
Did he do it?
Probably. I didn't even like Diddy's music, so
no, I never have either.
I'm not gonna lie, I liked a couple of his songs.
You know what about Diddy though? He likes to smile a lot, and I don't trust people that smile too much.
Because it's fake.
You won't trust me. You won't trust me. I like to smile.
Can't trust that motherfuckers.
No, you cannot.
The thing about
he's just one piece, you know. He's just one piece of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. It's huge. It's about to unravel too. I'm hoping.
It's about to unravel. I bet fucking Epstein was involved in that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. It all boils down to the fucking core, the deep state shit.
Right. They get kids liquored up and shit. They're trying to get kids liquored up, like, all fucked up and shit, man. I remember right before I moved to the reservation, there was a town outside of Pine Ridge called White Clay, and it was a little town in Nebraska, right? Now, this town had only a population of 12 people living in it. The rest of the town were bars.
Jesus.
And the streets were lined with drunk and inebriated indigenous people, Lakota people, that had homes to go to, you know, but they were so far gone on their addiction and alcoholism that these bars were just continuing to serve them and make money off of their misery.
Yep.
What tribe were you?
Oh no, I come from like not white people from Mexico, but yeah. But I personally, we don't have like that. We don't have the same structure of tradition and connection as like the Lakota do, because of the colonization was so far back and we got so Hispanified.
Yeah.
You know, and to the point like everybody there is pretty much Catholic now, so it's hard to like get into anything that's pre-Hispanic, as far as like culture and spirituality. And I was looking for that type of spirituality and that type of culture. So, my homeboy, his family, I was talking with them. He's the one that told me not to come out there because like he's like, you don't want to do that, man. Like, I mean, if you're gonna do it though, I'll take you to ceremony and whatnot. And it started off like that, but then I kind of fell off the wagon myself, and that was
Right.
me being around the wrong people out there and not being around the homie that I came out there.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is
Help
who you
from.
surround yourself with.
Yeah, I surrounded myself with the wrong people instead of surrounding myself with, the homie that I was supposed to be going out there to fucking, learn from. And that's on me. I take accountability for that. But yeah, no, like they was, those are the types of fucking things like, and it's banned. Like, and the reason they're going in this town because like on the reservation, it's illegal to have alcohol. You go to jail if you have alcohol. Because it is an epidemic out there. Now I'm not saying we should necessarily, because I'm a libertarian, I don't believe the government should tell us how to live our lives.
Yeah, facts.
I don't think the prohibition is the way to go.
No, definitely not. That just made it worse.
Right. But I do think that if instead of having like fucking a beer ad for like fucking Modelo or something like that pop up every fucking 10 minutes on YouTube, maybe talk about like they do with the smoker ads about the people.
Like with cigarettes, they were
my liver hurt. Put me up there. My liver hurt, motherfucker. You really want this? You know what I mean? Somebody with jaundice.
Right.
Yeah, they need
like
effects. A lot of kids don't realize. I never would have thought that I'd be sitting here with grade 4 esophagitis from this shit. Like it tore my throat apart and like ripped my stomach apart. I got stomach acid really bad from all the alcohol consumption, bunch of ulcers and shit. I never knew that shit would happen. I just thought fucking drink. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, those effects
forever.
Yep.
Right, exactly. And the older you get, the hangovers get worse.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Honestly.
So I kind of what are some of the ups and downs of sobriety that you have like experienced? I guess we'll start with like the positives of sobriety. What are like name 5 things that you feel are positive about your sobriety? We'll start with you, Overdose.
My health, my music, the company I keep. The company I keep's a big one for sure. I feel pretty content in my life where I am at. And see a 5th one. I don't know. I haven't really put too much thought into that. I would say actually, my music has taken a very interesting turn from where I was, because when I was doing coke, I was only focused on chopping. That was just my main thing. Like I was telling y'all, coke and Ritz, that was it, y'all. And so for a long time there, that's what I was doing. But when I stopped doing coke, I started singing. I started screaming. I throat sing now. I can scream like a motherfucker. Like, so I'm pretty proud of how that's come out, honestly. Now, as far as, negative things go, I do now and then feel like I want to do coke here and there. But again, I just think of everybody here that needs me, and the need of me is greater than me needing that.
Yeah.
That's honestly, bro, if I was to tell you, I don't think I really have any negatives, honestly. Like, I am so not about it. I don't want to go back to that lifestyle again, dog. Like, I'm set. Like, the whole reason I have all this shit on me is because Naruto was a big inspiration in my life. Like, I was the kid at school getting laughed at sitting on the swing, like, real talk. And when Naruto came out, bro, I felt that shit, and I just would watch it repeatedly, and I would watch it coming off coke repeatedly. Like, it shit's embedded in my brain. So it's like, if I can to be like this guy wanting to be, everybody fucking hates him, thinks he's a pariah. Well, now everybody fucking loves the motherfucker and thinks he's the best motherfucker out there.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? Like, why would I squander that?
Yeah.
I just, nah. And of course, I have those days where, you know, I get angry and flustered, and
Oh yeah.
my bipolar ass will switch like that. So, you know, like, but that's what weed's for.
Right.
And I got my medical card,
Yep.
even though I'm in Utah. So,
Nice.
fuck it. And the
Right.
homie B Positive, he got his
Yes,
medical
sir.
card.
Yeah, it's all legal.
So,
It actually helps him a lot.
we're good.
Yeah, if you're ever in the state of Washington, I'm a certified medical cannabis consultant.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
shit.
So if you ever need a card in my state, I can make those for you.
That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome, dude. Hell
Dope
yeah.
as fuck, bro. Hell yeah.
I gotta
Hell
stop
yeah.
doing the cheers thing. I like that. It's water.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's okay
man.
to celebrate
Hey,
drinking
fuck
water.
it. That's what mine's
There's nothing
into,
wrong
bro.
with stuff.
Fuck.
Staying hydrated.
I cheers with my Gatorade and shit with people all the time. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
Hell yeah.
I'll
It's
Fuck
choose
it.
with
it's
my
still
fist.
in the spirit. Yeah, it's still in the spirit of fucking
Exactly. Skull.
That's right.
drink well, be happy.
Hell yeah. True. Bars, what are your top 5 positives, and if you have any negatives that you've experienced with recovery?
Top 5 positives. A more clear mind.
Mm.
I can remember more things. I make better judgment decisions. Definitely just like a more keen. I'm more keen on like my gut feelings. Like I trust my gut
Yeah,
more. My gut's
intuition.
like,
Yeah.
don't do that shit. I'm not gonna do it. And it also like helps me kind of understand when people aren't being genuine.
Yeah.
I would say just life skills. Like when I stopped drinking and doing pills, like I became a better cook. I could cook
Me
food.
too.
Say.
You know what I mean? Like to me, that's a major plus. Another plus is I became more responsible in making sure that bills and debts were getting paid.
Yeah.
And that I wasn't like going into fucking mountains of debt. And then also, another positive is, I started to realize who my real friends were and who weren't.
That's a big one.
Just kind of separate myself from the people that were, keeping me in a negative space.
Yeah.
But the downsides, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, I miss like going to the creek and getting a fucking 6-pack and just fucking chilling all fucking day. I miss those aspects of drinking.
The
I don't
social, yeah.
right. The socialness of it. I miss that. That's something that I do miss. Other than that, like I don't miss when I was on pills and Molly and fucking. I don't miss none of that. Nothing good came out of that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
What about
a lot
you?
of money off it though.
Yeah, so they said a lot of them. Going last kind of sucks. Trying to think of some original ones here. Well, for the negative aspect, it's just you don't have that crutch anymore. I was using it really heavily as a crutch to be like, oh, this is gonna make me feel better. This will make me feel better. But in a way, that turned into a positive because it helped me find hobbies, helped me find things I could do to harness that and like feel better and not have to be inebriated and be happy. You know what I mean? And play like for video games, for example, too. I play a lot of video games, but like I used to think that I wasn't gonna be interested if I wasn't fucked up playing it. You know what I mean? And it turns out like I'm not only more interested in the story and developed in it, but I'm better at the fucking game too. Like I can focus more. It brings my focus back. Like I have more. I'm sharper, like he was saying. There's more in the mind state. The more positive mind state. The alcohol, it's a depressant for a reason, and it will depress you whether you want it to or not. And in social situations, it might not hit you then, but once you go home, that shit hits you. And that was another thing was at bed at night, just being like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, bro? Like, and then waking up and puking and puking and puking and just, it was just, you just felt like your time was almost up, man. And it could have been, a lot of times it could have been for me and my brother both, because it was heavy constantly. And, that's why I was talking when I talked. That's how my friend died, and he was a fucking master, We were 16-year-olds. We thought we could drink with the best of them. We don't give a fuck. We'll fucking pound down. And he was the one everyone looked up to, like, oh shit, look at that kid. He can fucking keep going all night, not black out. And
Right.
and he ended up being the one who died because he fucking drank too much, And nobody else died that night or anything, but it's just that's the way shit works sometimes. And they didn't want to take him to the hospital and shit because it was a kid's party, and so he ended up fucking. They didn't get his stomach pumped in time and shit. And so that's. But it's fucking. That's another reason is to save lives. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a position. It's getting sober has put me in a position to where I can share this knowledge and this shit, and maybe it'll touch the right person and help them steer away from that path that I had to go on.
Inspire them to positive change,
Because I don't want anybody to go through that shit, dude. I don't like it. Made me into an amazing person. Like I am such. That's another thing it gave me is confidence, and the ability to stand on
to
my
love yourself
word and love myself, and when I'm saying shit, I'm doing shit. That was another thing. I was very like procrastinative on alcohol and very like defensive and very like, oh, I'll get to it later, and I never would because I also have ADHD. So like that doesn't, and I'm not medicated at all. I've never been medicated in my life. I abuse medication, so I can't even use them if I wanted to.
right.
So it just, and when it boiled down to getting off of everything, it was really hard. And so I was really hard on alcohol after getting off the hard drugs and everything like that. So it was really hard on alcohol. And then that was my major crutch. And not having that was always like the hardest part of it in the beginning. But then as I began to detox and I got it on my system and my stomach and everything started feeling better, I was like, this is how I'm supposed to feel every morning. Like this is, I can wake up and like actually think, like I don't have to take 3 hours just to fucking be ready to do anything to function possible, so it just the health was the big thing. So I think that was about 5 anyway.
Dude, there's something that fucking I saw Steve-O do an interview.
And dude, I love Steve-O.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Steve-O, man. One of the, I would say one of the poster childs for fucking sobriety and recovery. If he could do it, that motherfucker used to be on everything.
Honestly.
His stories are fucking off the walls,
dude.
Right.
That's one
he said,
man.
In one of his interviews, he was like, I'm thankful that I'm an alcoholic because I think that recovery has made me a better person than I was before I got on everything,
yeah, for sure. It humbled me, for one.
It's a very humbling experience.
And
I kind of piggybacked off that and put that kind of like same notion in one of my songs recently about that as well. Like saying like alcohol's blessed me the way it would fucking test me, for real.
Straight up.
Because there's some true English shit. I kind of want to segue into like understanding traumas that link to the addiction and taking further steps to cope and heal.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't just stop with sobriety. You get sober, then what? Then what do? We still have those demons. We still have the things that made us turn to those substances. Like what are the things that you do to help yourself cope and the understanding the self-reflection and like help yourself get up out of like face those demons and get through that. Overdose, we'll start with you.
I mean, if it's really bad, I'll try to like meditate with white noise, and I have chakra stones and shit that I place along me. And if only if it's really bad though, usually I can just smoke and then be okay, hopefully. But I also my music is one of the big things that helps me cope for real. And me and my fiance, we like to hang out and just go do random shit. We'll just go drive.
Yeah.
We'll play zombies together. Just watch shows together. It don't matter. It's really good coping mechanism for sure, though. It's a good way to get my mind off of stuff, definitely. And at night, I don't actually have that racy. Holy fuck! What am I doing with my life? Like I know, like it's pretty set in stone. I'm overdose. I'm here to make music. I'm here to make music that's gonna blow people's fucking minds.
Yep.
I'm also
Hell
here to show people a good time. I'll laugh with you. I'll
Oh
be a
yeah.
best fucking friend.
Yes,
We can
sir.
smoke fucking fat together. Ask
Yes,
Jay.
sir. Yes, we
Ask me
can.
positive. I'll
That's
kill you.
true. Look, look,
I'll kill
those
you in a
abs are
good
like
way. You
this
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
big, dude.
Like
Like
we'll smoke.
globs.
We'll smoke fat. But other than that, like my coping mechanisms, I'll play games by myself, or I'm huge into Assassin's Creed. That's
Oh
my
hell yeah.
thing. I make beats. I recently just started making my own beats, so I've been doing that
Fire,
a
dude.
lot. I just had surgery, so I've just been making beats and playing games. That's kind of
Oh,
been what I've been doing. So yeah.
yeah.
Hell
About
yeah.
you, Barnes?
Honestly, bro, like I was doing like 5 things at once, so I forgot the question.
Oh yeah. So like facing your traumas that were underlying, like what made you go to those places? What made you go to those? To start substance. The crutches and devices. Like what are you doing to face those traumas and to cope with those traumas in a mindset that's sober?
Well, just like you were mentioning about Steve-O, like I felt like I had to become an addict to learn that I was a piece of shit in other ways.
Yeah.
You know, but growing up as a kid, my mom was a major alcoholic. My dad was never home. I had a lot of friends that were gang banging or like
Yep.
starting drugs super early in life.
Yep.
And then eventually, just basically just trying to get through those things and actually confront those issues instead of trying to bury them and escape them with drugs.
Yep.
That's what I had to do ultimately. But I was just like I couldn't wait to get off work so I could pop some perk 30s and fucking drown myself in a fucking bottle. Or like always wanting to be around people. I'm an only child, so when you're an only child you always want to be around people because you spend a lot of your life alone. So doing that, it was a way for me to be around people, but usually in those settings like everybody wants to do the most and just like do a bunch of fucking dope and just act like nothing happened. So you know, when I got sober off of those things, I didn't go to any treatment. I didn't go to any classes or any
Same.
meetings. I didn't do any of that. I woke up one day and I said, I don't want to do this shit no more. And I've been sober since.
Same here.
Which I don't know how it happened. I don't know what was inside of me to think that way, but I literally just woke up and said, I'm done. And you guys were saying earlier, like you gotta actually want it. Like if you don't want it, everybody telling you to stop isn't gonna help you.
Yep.
Like you gotta want that shit and know that you want it in your mind. When I got sober, my whole life, everything in my life fell apart. I broke up with my long-term girlfriend. She took all my money. I was fucking broke. 2 weeks after that, my job fires me. I was living in my car, sleeping in the parking lot of my job, and they fired me after that. And then but at the same time, when all those things happened to me, I felt the freest I've ever felt in my
Yep.
life. I felt like all the chains and the shackles were off of me, and just all this relief came, and everybody was like, how could you be happy right now? And I was like, I'm happy because I escaped everything that was holding me down.
Yes.
And then I've slowly built my life back together. being sober and trying to help other people get sober and things of that nature, you know. But I also look at it like I probably wouldn't have been able to help advocate for people if I didn't have traumas in my life, if I
Yeah,
didn't have
sure.
certain things happen to me, and if I didn't, you know, do some things I'm not proud of when I was intoxicated, you know, I probably
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be able to even do any of that for anybody,
Yeah.
you know. So it sucks, but we don't get to choose our journey, man. We don't get to
Nope.
choose what's gonna happen to us. It happens, and then you can either dwell on it or you can take those things as a lesson, you know, and then just keep moving forward. It's only a true loss if you don't learn, you know. Like I've never taken a loss in my life. I've always learned
I've
from
always
everything
learned.
that's happened to me, you know.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yeah.
like, and if I can see somebody that's going down the same path that I went, you know, if they'll allow me to, I'll
Yes,
try to guide them in the right space.
of course.
Because with a lot of my own friends in my life, I regret not stepping up and saying, "Hey man, you should chill out a little bit," or "Hey man, you shouldn't drink so much," or "Hey, you should lay off that." You know,
Yeah.
I always my mentality was, "Well, he's a grown ass man. I'm not going to tell him what to do."
Yep.
You know, but I should have. I should have been a better friend, and I should have checked my friends when they were
Yep.
fucking up, and I didn't.
I feel
You know,
that.
so I regret a lot of that. You know, and I probably
Of
would have
course.
had some of those same people around to this day if I would have said
Yep.
something.
Shout out to all my friends that tried to check me, even though I wouldn't listen for so
Yeah.
fucking long. I had to
That.
come to that realization on my own. But thank you for being a friend and trying at least.
Yeah. For real. That's real
Most
love. When
definitely.
somebody really loves you, they'll do that shit. It's hard though. It is hard.
And I hope I can do that for other people as well.
Yeah.
What
That's
about you,
dope.
Jay?
Yeah. So, like I was talking before, my dad was always an alcoholic and shit, but I never saw it as a problem, because a lot of the people I knew who drank, they did it like if it was bad, it was like in the backwoods. Nobody gave a fuck. There wasn't problems being caused. Everybody was just fucked up and having good times and shit. But as
Highly
I
functional alcoholics.
yeah, highly functional alcoholics, which I grew into be as well. And like that one testimony was we used to drive around the back roads of Idaho all the time. You wouldn't see anybody, nobody fucking, but we could have easily killed somebody flying through those stop
Oh,
signs, just
thank
drunk as
God
shit,
you did, man.
blasting music. Yeah, thank God, and we could have easily, and mushrooms, mushrooms driving through that back roads and just all kinds of fucking we could have died so many motherfucking times, and we probably should have, but we've been looked out for and we've been blessed. We really have been. And a lot of that realization helped me get sober as well, is how blessed we've been. And through the tragedies, we're still here, we're still standing, and we're stronger than ever. What doesn't kill you really does make you fucking stronger.
Kelly
But
Clarkson.
yeah, it's true. To quote the great Kelly, but fucking, I know it was hard though, especially coming up in rapper scene, and it was all bars, all the bars we were playing in, and everybody's trying to hand me drinks, or everybody's drunk as fuck coming up to me like, "You did so good, dude!" Like, it's just hard to be like, like back the fuck off me, but you got
Yeah,
to show
because you've
love.
been there before. Like what
Yeah,
it's.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's just trying to show love, and he's expressing himself how he does. Like our homie ZJ, God bless his soul. He gets rowdy as a motherfucker when he gets drunk, like rowdy as hell. But he's just hanging on people and loving them, and like it's out of, because he's
It's
so
out of
like
love.
it's out of love,
I'll
but
He's a
it's
loving
celebrate
guy.
that.
much, and you're like, all right, bro, take a step back, but
And he's like, why?
yeah, and he's like, why? No, it's fine. And I'm like, bro,
Love
don't,
the fuck out of that guy,
but you
though.
gotta love it. But then
Dude,
it's
50% of the fucking float is me and Michael Lawless. I love you,
oh yeah,
man.
yeah, dude. Well, that's the beautiful part of it, and that's part of the shit that I miss too, is having those drunk moments and shit like that. But I connect with people just fine sober, and we have more intellectual conversations, and we dig deep into traumas, and try and work through shit like that. Like I've never had a therapist or nothing. Me and my brother and music is our therapy. Like we talk through our shit that we went through together, and a lot of it we did go through together. And I've had him my whole life to bounce shit off of, and we've had a lot of realizations getting sober, and it's like a lot of epiphanies, and a lot of that is what sparked this new music that I'm coming up with, this new positive. A lot of it's about the journey we went through and discovering yourself and being proud of it, and becoming you're becoming a master of your craft by studying and dedicating yourself to something, which is another thing that alcohol takes away from you, is dedicating yourself. Like, it's, you can't dedicate yourself when an addiction is your dedication, you know what I mean? And that's a lot of that had a hold of me, and pushing past that and realizing that stuff now is like, it's mind blowing to see the journey. And I have friends who have sat down with me and been like, you've gone through so much. It's amazing that you guys are here. But we look back on it like, oh, that was it. Like, we haven't even, this isn't even over yet, right? You know, like, it doesn't feel like as much of an accomplishment as a lot of people like put on you. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like you get kind of put on a pedestal sometimes from some people. They're like, oh my God, that's amazing. You guys are, and it's like, no, it's just what had to be done, but they don't have my mind. They don't know what I went through.
Yeah.
And that mindset that was just like, oh, this isn't a choice anymore. This is just what it is now. Like, I took that choice away from me. And a lot of that came from too, is like, he was talking, Bars was talking, my whole life fell apart when I got sober. I hit rock bottom, and then I got sober, and I rebuilt my life out of it. My ex, actually, who, was promoting us drinking every day and getting beers after work and getting tall cans and, going to bars on the weekends and everything. She told me it was her or the music. And she gave me that ultimatum. And on that day, I was like, all right, well, it's the music, obviously. Like, if I buy, like, I'm sorry. Like,
I've heard that before. Yeah.
yeah, like, I
I've
can't,
lost
like, that's
relationships to that.
anybody who's good for me is not going to say anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not even going to be in the
No.
realm of possibility.
Exactly.
So I
Yeah,
realized that
that's
day that she wasn't for me, and that she, like, was, trying to change me and shit. And some of the homies were trying to warn me of it. But I was such, like, in a drunken stupor and in love and everything, that I didn't realize a lot of it. And so after I left her and everything and started,
hold on 1 sec. 1 sec. So, hey, Bars, is that? There might be like an
I
echo
think that
coming
might be
through on
me.
your thing.
Yeah, I think it's.
I'm not hearing it at all. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Then it
know what
might
that
be.
is.
Yeah, if you're not hearing it, then it's probably you, because like the person that don't hear it is the one that got the echo.
It's
It's
all good.
echoing through. It's like a funnel thing. I'm gonna mute you and just raise your hand or something. Like, give me a signal whenever you're
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Let's see.
For sure, bro.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you. I noticed it a little bit.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
good?
don't know.
Go ahead.
I was just that. Then when my brother got sick and everything, and she wasn't really supporting me through that, and was kind of blaming his medical issues, which were from the vaccine, on his alcoholism, it really, like, frustrated me and, like, set me off. Which, so that was another big thing, is everybody was blaming alcoholism on my brother, saying, it's all the alcohol you drink, that's why you have this going on. And they completely disproved all of that. It had nothing to do with this consumption of alcohol. It was the vaccine just happened to react to his nervous system, and his immune system thought a protein inside of his nerves was a virus, so it eliminated it. His own immune system basically killed all of his nerves, and so now he has constant nerve pain and shit like that. And so uh, the alcohol would have just killed him. If he would have kept drinking, he would have died. For sure. And I probably would have too, because I would have gone overboard. Like I said, the last time I drank, I puked up a bunch of blood because I was going overboard. I definitely was. And after that, it was just like a no-brainer kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is what it is now, and this is what my life's going to be. If I want to live, and I did at that point, and that was the thing, is I never wanted to live so much as I've wanted to live being sober. Like, I thought, oh, I don't want to live if I'm sober. Before being alcoholic, I mean, like, I don't want to live when I'm drinking. And then, like, when I dropped the drinking, I was like, I didn't even know what wanting to live was. Like, I wasn't even grateful. I didn't even see the nature around me. I didn't, I wasn't appreciating everything. I wasn't appreciating my position and the role that I play in the family, and like the caretaking and everything. I thought I was being taken for granted. Meanwhile, I was really the one taking things for granted by consuming alcohol and, like, blowing things off. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I completely.
I do totally get that.
It's
Yeah.
100% humbling, and it's been an amazingly humble experience. And my music has nothing but benefited from it, like 100%.
So since all you guys, y'all have been sober a lot longer than I have.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and in my heart, I know that this is the path. Like more than I ever any other were just attempts. You
Yeah.
know, I was
Of course.
playing with the idea of sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never felt this fucking like positive
Yeah.
about it
Yeah. It's a
before.
feeling.
Yeah, it's like you just know
Mm-hmm.
like you're done.
Oh.
You're just
Mm-hmm.
done. Like but there are a few things. One is like there is like a fatigue almost sometimes where I
Yeah.
like feel stagnant, lack of energy, where I feel like I don't want to do shit, but
Mm-hmm.
just kind of sleep or just like, and
Yeah.
I had to force myself to do shit, had to force myself to get
Yeah.
active, you know, and like, y'all have any advice on like anything like that as far as like that goes?
Man, so I was struggling with caffeine really bad too. After alcohol, I replaced it with Mountain Dew, because it was like the chaser. So it was like constant caffeine consumption, and I had been drinking caffeine since I was like middle school, and so I didn't think I could even wake up without a bottle of Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I actually quit that recently and realized that I never even like knew what waking up with a clear head was, because like I thought the caffeine was what woke me up, but it was like not being off of all that shit. I can now wake up and like refreshed, and my body wakes up when it wants to, when it feels like it's needed. Like it's just such a healthier state of being, and meditation has helped a lot with that too. Like Overdose is kind of saying, I've done a lot of like self diving into that, but the caffeine thing, it just fucking it was something I never thought that I would have to quit, but it started affecting my stomach like the alcohol was, and it was bad, for many reasons. But I realized after getting off of it that it was like adding to my ADD and making it harder for me to get through the day and shit like that, which I've had to come to learn to use my like kind of ADHD and some of my OCD ticks and shit like that. Like I use that, like I harness it and use it in my music or in my workflow, and like it ends. It kind of is a superpower in a way when you can find that and you know what you're doing in your head, and you're like, okay, well, if this is how we're gonna hyper focus, then let's do it on this, and like fix it right and do it the right way, the right time, the first time.
No, you
Which,
hit the nail on the head with that because like the
yeah,
ADHD brain has
yeah.
been active than a motherfucker
Oh
recently.
yeah,
Like,
dude,
and I've just
it's
been writing and recording and writing and
yeah,
recording.
yeah, dude. And one thing that helped me, especially go to sleep at night, which is kind of weird, but I listen to like scary stories, like creepy pastas and like shit like
Oh,
that,
dude!
and
Shout
like,
Mr. Ballin. I love
yeah,
Mr. Ballin.
hell yeah, hell yeah. So I listen to like, yeah, a lot of those people, and it's like having a story on the background or music. But sometimes music is a little too distracting for me because I get into it
Right.
too much. So I'm trying
Or
to stay.
podcast even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or podcast even, yeah. So just like a nice like story that you don't really have to invest yourself in too much, but it just like kind of plays in the background. You can kind of like silence your thoughts with that. And that kind of helps with like meditations and stuff too. A lot of people think that you have to like be silent in your head and everything when you meditate, but you don't. Like the whole point is to focus on what's in your mind and to like capture the what's flowing in the moment instead of looking at the future and the past and the present, just looking at one moment, and
You
that was
only got
another
one
thing.
shot, one
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah, right. Yeah, being in the moment is another thing, is learning to like not like have so much anxieties for the future, like still plan ahead and everything, but
Right.
like taking it one step at a time, one day at a time, and that's why I made a point not to really count the days, because it wasn't like I'm not in a prison cell marking the next day when I'm gonna get drunk. I'm free now, so
Right.
this is my freedom. Do you count the first day? When you first got free? Most people wouldn't. So I don't know. It's something really special, but it's something that I like hold differently in my heart than a lot of people see it. And like I don't want like praise either. Like,
Right.
and I
Right.
don't. And the thing that I hate the most is people think that I expect them to be like I am. And I'm like, no, of course not, dude. It's a
Right.
whole different story. You're in a whole different path. Like, and they're like, oh, and they're like, and it's amazing. They say you inspire me to get sober, but it's really hard. And you know, I'm struggling here and here and excuses. And that was my thing is excuses. Oh yeah, dude, I can make excuses all fucking day for why I was drinking, but they were just excuses in the end, no matter what. You know, so
I find it hard trying to be social. Like this entire interview, like y'all, thank you guys for helping me ease in. Like I've never had a full conversation with any of you before.
Yeah,
I'm very socially awkward. So like I had to ease into it. I was like full anxiety when we first started off the episode.
I was too, don't worry. We all were. Dude. That's the thing too. That's all I think people don't realize is like we all go through that, you know, and we're all feeling that in the same moment. And then, you know, it all goes smoothly and we're like, wait, why the fuck were we even anxious? You know what I mean?
Right. Shout out to ABK, man. That song Nervous hits the nail on the fucking head every fucking time. For real though.
Oh, you gotta send him Anxiety Overdose. That song hits the head.
True.
That
I would like to hear that. Yeah, man. I would like to hear a lot of y'all's music actually. I'm subscribed to the channels and stuff, so I'm gonna definitely peep out more of this stuff. Hey, Bars, you want to add anything, brother?
You gotta unmute him.
I'm unmuted.
Yeah, 1 second.
He had the grocery store.
Yeah, homie
oh yeah, man. You know, gotta do it moving.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, it was great meeting all you guys. You know what I mean? And
dude,
learning
for sure.
Your stories and
I appreciate you sharing
everything that you've been doing to overcome the demons in your life. You know what I mean? Like that shit is, you know, beneficial to me as far as you know, helping me out. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes there's times when I'm like, "Fuck, man, I'm gonna pick it back up again," or every once in a while, you know. But talking to you guys today, that just helps me out more.
Oh yeah,
you know,
dude.
to stay on that right path. You know, so I appreciate all
we
these
all
stories.
inspire each other. Yeah, we all inspire each other together, bro.
Yeah, legit. And you know, I want to touch on, you know, Bars, what you were saying about being an only child. I'm an only child too, bro. And the difference is I was alone with my mom, who was really evil and vindictive. Like she would listen to Eminem, but she would burn my rap books, right?
Yeah.
Like so, you know, being an only child, but then also not having really a mother or a father figure for you is a whole new ball game. You know, it was my grandparents that really did it for me, so I really owe a lot to them for sure. And you know, Mid-South, like you're talking about how you're not social. I think that happens when you get off of stuff, bro, because
dude,
I
for
wasn't
sure.
social for a long time either.
I went into isolation.
You kind of have to find yourself and figure out who you are and who you vibe with.
Right.
And then at that point, socializing is not a problem.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you know, you hit it right on the head, man. You know.
I love you, babe.
I'm not an introvert by no means, though. That's the thing. Like I hate being alone. And like the first 2 days were the hardest because it was like, man, I don't know. Like I was at work one day and I sat in the break room and I just felt like nobody was there. I mean, I obviously see everybody moving around and shit.
Yeah, you felt alone.
But I felt so disassociated that it just felt like I was fading out of the picture. And one of my coworkers came up to me and was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I just don't feel here. I don't feel like alive right now." And then I just broke down. Just fucking tears just started. The next thing you know, I just feel tears streaming down. I'm just like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not all right now." So I got up and I kind of walked outside, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't." Like I was already clocked out, and I was like, "Man, I don't think it's a good idea for me to walk home right now."
Yeah,
and there's traffic, you know. Like I don't want to do anything stupid that I'll fucking, you know, make a permanent fucking mistake, you know.
Right.
I was just like, yeah, I need somebody to talk to, but I couldn't talk to nobody really there because, you know, everybody's working. You know, I get that. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like those first 2 days felt really isolated. I slept a lot. I just wanted to escape because I didn't have my fucking escape.
That's
My
exactly
escape was
right.
in that bottle, you know.
Yep.
Honestly, that's sometimes even all you need, bro, is just a good sleep coming off from something.
Oh, it's true. Well, that's your
Like,
body telling you, hey,
that's your
we need to
body
catch
telling
up,
you
bro.
exactly. You need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Come back to it in a couple days, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't take
Eat,
a
drink
week is
water.
kind of pushing it, I think, but yeah,
Right.
take some you time for sure,
Oh,
because
dude, yeah, you have
it's
to.
gonna be all about finding yourself,
Yeah.
like where do you fit in, what are you gonna do, all that stuff, bro.
Plus, I think my body wanted to catch up on rest too, because I mean, and all the times I would drink, I wouldn't want to go to sleep. I'd just keep drinking and drinking, and I'd be at like I'd drink till sunrise, dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be up like early as fuck. Everybody else is like at the float. Oh
Passed
my
out.
god! So the float's not like the gathering, man. I don't know if you ever been to the Tom Wood float. Y'all should definitely go. It's
I've
awesome.
heard of it.
Yeah, it's down here in Arkansas. It's fucking amazing. Shout out to Tom Wood. Shout out to Ogre. Shout out to HMR. Dude, shout out to everybody from the float, man. Ice Giant. I don't know if he's watching. He said he might be able to pop in at some point, but no, man. Like I would be in that motherfucker in that party tent till goddamn sunrise. Everybody else is done gone to bed, damn near, or winded down. And I'm in that motherfucker treating it like it's the gathering. I'm still going. I'm still. What the fuck? Where the party go?
Yeah.
I have finessed the DJ's fucking computer every year. I finesse the DJ's fucking computer and just start fucking playing music and shit. And Ogre's riding around on his golf cart like it's time to fucking wind down. The sun's about to rise. This is a park.
Yeah.
This is stipulations here. There are regulations here for noise and all that shit at a certain time. And I'm just trying to push the fucking go button like constantly, like, yeah, no, fuck you, man. Let's turn up. Like, nah, fuck that guy. I'm a fucking asshole for that. Fuck that piece of shit. Cause like I don't ever want to be that dude again. Like that dude is a fucking piece of shit.
That's just the misery love company thing, man. Like you're in
Right.
such misery, you want people to be in that position with you.
Yep. Does anybody seem as bummed as me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But nah, man. Like the other thing is I've been having these weird fucking dreams. They're starting to go away. But the first week, every night was a relapse dream. I would dream that somebody would hand me a fucking beer and I get fucked up and I wake up like, thank God.
Yeah, dude, I've had those.
I had those too. I dream about doing coke and I'm like, no. I wake up.
No,
I'm
not
freaking
again.
out.
Yeah.
You're like, are you serious right now? You idiot. What are you doing? Like, but then you wake up and you're like,
That's just your subconscious, dude. That's that shit.
Yeah.
Dreams are crazy like that.
They are, bro.
That's your
Dreams
trauma,
are
though. That's the
insane.
trauma, man.
Oh, hold on. We got a guest. Let's see.
We got a guest.
Oh, damn it. It fucking went away. There's Ice Giant. Speaking of the homie,
we were just
Ice
talking
Giant in
about
the
that
building.
guy.
Just talking about that guy. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I heard y'all talking shit.
What's up, homie?
What up? Sorry, I gave Mid-South a warning. Like, I'm still on the clock. Like, I'm taking my lunch break to kind of make an appearance on this shit. You got to do what you got to do, right?
Hell yeah.
Right.
I appreciate you for
We
coming
appreciate it for sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man.
But I've been listening in, maybe not for the whole thing. I tuned in a little bit late, but I've been trying to pay my respects. And obviously, all the gentlemen here that have taken their time out of their days to talk about their struggles and shit. Like, I've been listening, and there's not a single lie that I've been hearing when it comes to it. Like, when it comes to the pharma contributing towards the bigger artists, when it comes to the daily struggles of when you're first starting your sobriety, becoming sober, or when you've been doing it for 2-3 years down the road, and you're still having those urges every once in a while that says, "Man, I need a nose coffee or something." Like those things don't just go away. You just kind of have to learn to live with it.
Most definitely.
I know. I mean, with the most recent stuff you guys have been talking about, with oh well, the first couple days of isolation, like I isolated myself for months. Like
Oh,
I had to like block everybody off of my phone. Like I had to kind of realize, you know, my personal mistakes that I made while under the influence. And, you know, I was glad that I did it when I did, because otherwise I wouldn't be at that point where I'm at now, you know?
Yeah, straight up.
Because, I mean, you start to go and think, oh, well, these are all the things I repressed that I felt shitty about, you know? And now it's, you know, all starting to come to light because your body's telling you now it's time to fucking deal with it.
Yep.
Man, you firsthand saw my fucking bullshit in person. Yeah, you saw how fucked up I can go, how like that fucking rock bottom fucking point right there. You saw a glimpse at that. I appreciate the fact that you said something when you did, because you know there's been people that tried to say shit, and it took somebody that I barely knew saying something to be like, yeah, man, like another artist, somebody who does this shit, you know what I mean, who makes the same journey in music, you know, that moment was like, yeah, man, even though I continued to drink through the fucking float, I was like, I'm not gonna waste it.
Yeah.
But coming out of that, like when I got home, like everything like hit me at once. I couldn't sleep, dog. The insomnia, which I still got insomnia, but the insomnia was so fucking bad. When I tried to sleep, I saw people walking around, like I was still at the float, and hearing like people, you know, chanting "fuck your sleep" and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Which that don't even happen at the float. That happens at the gathering.
Yeah,
but
for real.
I'm just like hearing this shit, and I'm fucking seeing this shit, and all these people like, and I'm seeing a group of faceless fucking people laughing at me while I'm just like, no, you know, like
it is embarrassing, man. It is embarrassing being in that state for sure.
I mean, when you realize when you've hit rock bottom, the only way you can look is going up. I mean, if you really want to keep digging yourself deeper, someone could always throw you a shovel. But at that moment, you're like, this is deep enough for me. And so you decided, now I have to get my shit together. I mean, I remember when I had my moment, man, and it took me seeing my reflection. I was all sorts of fucked up, and I was like, this isn't who I want to be. And, you know, I really went into a panic state where, I mean, like I had to crash on a homie's couch, and I was at his place for, you know, like 3-4 days, where I mean, I was just so beyond, like, I can't be alone right now. Like I can't fall asleep. I feel this uncontrollable anxiety. I don't know what's going on. And I mean, it got to the point where they looked at me, they're like, look, you can't live here. Like, you got to figure out what's going on. Because clearly it's like whatever was in your system isn't in your system anymore. So you need to get your shit together and you need to figure it out. And so then, you know, I went couch hopping with different homies for a little bit until eventually I got to the point where I was like, look, obviously I'm not proud of a lot of the decisions I made that led me up to this point. But if I continue to try and run for it, then I'm not going to be getting any further. You know, so it's one of those things where you kind of just have to knuckle up with it. And if you can make it through, you make it through stronger and better version of you than you've ever been. And if you don't, then you end up, you know, like the first letter in recovery stands for relapse. And, you know, getting past that point is always the toughest point, because you think, oh, well, I fucked up, I'm going to fuck up again. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
It doesn't.
But there's never truly an end as long as you continue consuming oxygen.
Yeah, for sure, brother.
Definitely.
Wise words.
Definitely.
Is there anything that you want to, you know, any of the topics? You pretty much covered damn near everything that we were talking about.
Like I said, I've been trying to pay my respects to those who took time out of their day. I wanted to listen in, and I wanted to make sure that when I'm on here for, you know, 20, 30 minutes or however long it turns out to be, that I'm not disrespecting their time and I'm not disrespecting your time.
Not, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. We just like the fact that, you know, somebody else joined in, but you joined in and then Bars left.
Yeah, where did Bars go?
Shout out to Bars.
I know that guy.
Shout out
Bars, we miss you, bro.
I might have to get going here in a minute too.
Well, we pretty much covered damn near everything, like on the list. I mean, we've hit all the fucking topics. One thing I will ask though is, Cartoon was not able to make it. I was talking to him about maybe doing like a, you know, like a I can't even fucking think of the word. like a part 2, pretty much.
Okay.
Do you guys think this would be something that you could see being maybe a weekly thing, maybe a monthly thing? Like,
I mean, if we could make it preferably when I'm not at work, that would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
exactly.
But I mean, otherwise,
Yeah,
like
not
I could poke
everybody,
in for
bro.
20, 30 minutes, and I'll do my time. And like at the end of the day, me talking about my demons, I got no problem with that.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
doubt.
I wrote one of my songs that I released on my compilation CD last year that I recorded back in 2015. You know, and it's about being molested. Like whatever I have is already out there in the
Already
open.
out
If it
there,
helps
yeah.
somebody else, that's more than it can do
That's
for me.
beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
facts.
as
I
long
love
as
it.
me embarrassing myself and confessing to the three of y'all or whoever the fuck ends up watching this helps somebody else, that's the end of the day. You know,
You're not embarrassing nothing, man.
Nah, seriously though, that makes you stronger, if anything,
Yeah,
bro.
straight up. That's respect right there.
Really.
I relate to that like a motherfucker, man. Hell yeah. Like, but as far as like week, like what days are you off, dog? What's your off
Thursday.
days? Thursdays. I'm off Thursdays too. You know, I'm off Thursdays too. So maybe we can
What
do
you
like
should
a.
do is create a group chat on Facebook. Throw all of us
Yeah,
in
dude.
there. Let's see what we can make happen. Don't just
Let's
make
do
this
that.
towards me, because if I can't make it one day, doesn't mean that the other boys
Oh
can't.
no, of course
You
not.
know what I mean?
I would love to hop on and do it every now and then.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
well,
like-
we'll do a group
Definitely see
chat.
that
We'll
being a fucking month thing for sure.
Yeah,
Maybe,
we'll
I mean, a
promote it
week
for them.
eventually, but I think a month right now is pretty doable. You
Yeah,
know,
that'd be doable for sure.
yeah,
right.
You have a
And
show.
that's definitely interested, and we all have between us four right here. We probably have a billion stories we could not only tell each
Dude,
other,
facts.
whoever everybody else that's watching. So
right. And there's so many topics we can talk about as well. I mean, like just because we're on the sober tip, don't mean that
Oh, yeah,
we
can
can't
talk
talk about
It's still a
other
podcast.
topics.
yeah,
You know,
seriously though.
right?
I mean, I've been the sober low. Like I mean, everybody else at the campsite, they're doing those coffees, they're smoking, they're taking shrooms and shit, and they're just like, "You want some?" Nope, sorry, I can't do that. You know, it's over.
I was gonna ask though, like, how do you find yourself like seeing all these people fucked up beyond all recognition, and then like just being like, look
It's part of
past
the
it.
career field, man. Like, if you can't handle this stuff, then maybe you should become a studio artist.
Straight
because
up.
at the end of the day, like, you're going to be interacting with people. Most
Oh,
of the
yeah.
shows you go to, like, they're bars, they're businesses.
Yep.
They got to understand there's always going to be somebody who's there
Oh, yeah.
just to party, just to get fucked up. And I never take it disrespectfully. Like, you saw it at the float, whether you were sober or, extremely fucked up. I mean, people would try to offer me Jaeger bombs. People would try to offer me their blunts and stuff. And I just be like, no, I can't do that. I'm, X amount of time sober. And they just be like, nope, I respect that.
It's
And then we
usually
move on.
respected.
It's like, you're offering me your drugs. Like, if you would have gotten to me sooner, I would have been like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
but I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, straight up.
Hell yeah. Most definitely, man. Well, as far as that goes, man, anybody have any last words of encouragement, any plugs they want to plug?
Oh, man, just
Have at it.
real much love to you. Plug to you. Shout out to you, motherfucker, for putting this shit together, dude. For
Appreciate
real.
it.
I appreciate you having us.
I appreciate you.
We're from Utah,
Represent the 801.
Yeah.
Salt Lake.
Hell yeah.
Check out his YouTube channel, Overdose, at Quickmouth801. I just got some new shit coming up. Blinded Young Gun Entertainment.
That's his YouTube channel.
That's my YouTube. Yeah. You can find me
Go check it out.
on Facebook. I go by Just Jay now. I used to be Made Man Jay and Keep It Records. I didn't really get to touch on that stuff very much, but that's all right. We'll talk about it next time. That's some shit we've been running for about 12 plus years, me and my other homie. Maybe I'll have him hop on one of these times. He's sober too.
That'd be dope.
We both went through a lot of ups and downs, getting fucked up at shows and fucking shows up by getting fucked up at them. And now we're a lot more professional and shit now. But yeah, I just got 7 new songs on the way. Just Jay and Be Positive, my brother here, and they're more positive. They're beautiful. He sings on them. I rap on them.
Show us him. Show us real quick. Let's see. Be Positive.
Look at Be Positive right
Be
here.
Positive.
There he is.
Yeah, much love, everybody.
Much love. Yeah,
really enjoyed this.
Yeah, he's been listening the whole time and commenting too. I don't know if anybody noticed, but
yeah,
this is an awesome opportunity, and I just appreciate you. Sometimes we feel alone in this industry, like not many people are sober, because it's kind of far in between, especially the groups that I've been in. But it's nice to know that there's people out there all over, going through the same shit. And if I can help in any way, I'm more than happy to fucking help.
Same here.
I feel kind of whack that I'm the one hosting it, considering like I'm only like 2 weeks sober, and you guys are like.
It works that way, man, because now it's us helping you through your journey while trying to keep on our own. Like it's you putting your foot through the door, and if this is what keeps you on that path, that monthly meeting, that weekly meeting, whatever it turns out to be, if that's what keeps you doing this, then we're doing the right thing.
Fuck yeah, we are. Exactly.
And if you fall off the wagon, bro, we're still here for you. You can still fucking start shit. We'll talk about it. Like
you can still do it.
Yeah, we're not fucking judgmental. We're not going to kick anybody ass or cut people off. Like you do what you got to do, but we're here for you.
I appreciate the hell out of that, man. For real.
Yeah, you deserve it, man. We're all human.
All human, all of us make mistakes, and that kind of goes to like my closing thoughts, man. Like if anybody's watching this, and they're going through shit, like you're not alone with all that, like I understand you don't want to talk about your problems, you don't want to confront them at this point in time, but at the end of the day, what you're doing isn't necessarily what's going to help you in the long run. Like, I always believe in whatever helps you see tomorrow. So, okay, maybe taking that drink helps you through today and gets you to tomorrow, but now tomorrow's here, what you're going to do to fix your problems.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take that responsibility in your own hands.
True.
Exactly.
Most definitely. Well, I appreciate everybody for coming on, man.
Dude.
Shit. Ice Shine, plug your music, dog. Let them know where to find your shit.
See, I didn't think this was a music thing, man. Yeah, we talked about being artists doing that stuff, but it's always been like, I'm not trying to do this for a profit,
No, of course.
At the end of the day, like at the Float, we just released the new Castle Crashers project. It's a collab project with Risk from Titan from Missouri and the Ice Giant myself from Woodstock. And it's, hardcore hip hop meets nerdcore. If you're familiar with like the Castle Crashers video game, we take a lot of the lore from that. We throw some of that gangster shit in there with it. And it's overall, in my biased opinion, a solid project cover to cover. But don't let me tell you, I mean, you can stream it for free on Spotify, on YouTube. If you want to pay me for it, I got CDs and vinyl available on Bandcamp. Just, do what you got to do. If you like it, I love you. If you don't like it and you listen to it, I still love you.
Yeah, straight up.
Hell yeah, most definitely.
All love, bro.
All love.
I appreciate everybody for coming in, man. I appreciate everybody watching. I'll start the group chat. We'll get to chopping it up, man. Mexivelli, what up, man? You caught us at the last minute, but man, I appreciate your words. Appreciate you. Much love. And we gonna be up out this motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just Jay.
What's up, OD?
There we